air lanes for the big broadcast.
And welcome to the big broadcast. Happy hour. It's like 93.1 WACV. I'm your gracious, occasionally truculent host. Got chocolate stains everywhere. Greg Goodell and my co-host Pamela Dubuque is here. Welcome to the afternoon.
And here they are.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
Well, for starters, and I had to even mention it on the morning show, the win in Tennessee last night.
Mm-hmm.
That was big.
Yep. It was the first thing I looked up this morning online.
Because you have to remember, in the light of the relentless pounding that the media still gives Trump no matter what, the greenies are all upset because he's doing all these things to make us energy independent and bring down fuel costs. You get off that for once. Your wind farms are killing whales and numerous other sea creatures and producing a pathetically low percent of energy. They are environmentally toxic because once they don't work anymore, which is about 7 or 8 years, they have to be buried like a dead body because you can't recycle what's in them. So they're a piece of crap. They've been a cash cow for people on the inside, but they're worthless. Everybody, I want everybody driving electric. Our grid couldn't handle it. Our grid could not handle it, not with the energy production we have now. So plug in your electric car to a source that's largely being powered by fossil fuels and wake the F up. Find something else. Invest your energy in something that may actually benefit somebody beyond you and your small circle of friends. I had to get that out while I remembered it. But that Afton chick in Tennessee, after Mamdani won so convincingly, I was a little worried. Yeah. But I think this is a good, he didn't win by the same margin that Trump did, but it's still a good sign for the midterms, I think.
Yeah. Because
we're talking about a normal part of America and not New York City, which used to be an American city, but no longer is. So that's all I have. I have nothing else to contribute today.
I was watching Home Alone 2, Lost in New York last night, and I was like, this is not the New York that we used to know.
No. You know what? That's a good point. You watch that movie. That movie was shot when Donald Trump and Rudy Giuliani were cleaning it up in
the early 90s.
Yeah. Hey, you want half a Musketeers?
I may do that.
We can let that sit. So I get this long note from the doctor from my annual exam. And even though I've been pedaling my ass off on the bike and really working diligently, there are indications I might be consuming too much sugar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, some things with the body, you just can't help them from happening, and you having to address them as you age. It's just one of those things. You're going to get old, and you're lucky to do so.
As I enjoy another mouthful of the brownies that Rich Thomas bought me, because he doesn't want to have too much sugar in his system either. God, they're good.
I'm more of a savory snacker. Sugar's never been a vice for me.
Well, I think this is in part like as an alcoholic that trains your body. There's sugar in booze.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I guess I'm making up for it this way, except I'm not getting wasted on the air.
True. So.
And chocolate is good for you.
Dark chocolate at a certain percentage, yes, is healthy for you in a certain amount. Yes.
Why is this making me so happy then? And I did 4.5 miles today on the bike.
In that cold. Whew.
At high speed. I mean, I really worked up. I'm trying to turn it more into a car. Now that I can't rack up the miles.
Yeah.
Because my odometer died.
What? Really?
You didn't know this?
No. Oh,
the odometer started acting up, and it turns out the battery died. So I took it to the battery source or whatever it is, where they have batteries for everything.
Yeah.
And they said that Yeah, they had the battery for it, but I said, "Does this thing have any memory? Am I going to lose my miles?"
Oh
And they said,
no.
"Probably," and I did.
And
Well-
that's disheartening. You're like, I was already at 4444 past that.
Yeah,
I don't want to have to start over.
I haven't done it yet, but I'm thinking about writing the company that makes the odometer to see, can I buy one that has, I've got photographic evidence of what it said. Can you,
Or is there a way for me to rapidly add all these miles back to the one I've already been using
well,
so I can start where I was?
I've kind of accepted it because it was becoming a bit of a trap because there's always this next mileage and sometimes you overdo it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm coping with it. But yeah, that was sad.
Oh,
It was like pouring 4,554 miles into a toilet and flushing it. But that's a first world problem, isn't it, friends?
You know what else is a first world problem? YouTube rejects my comments all the time. It
Really?
thinks what I'm saying is spam for whatever reason. I don't understand what they have looking at it to do that. But I just tried to say that you were eating brownies and it said YouTube rejected your comment. Try changing it a bit. Like,
What's the problem?
right. I can't say brownies. What am I implying besides brownies?
Something tells me that they pay no attention to anybody on the left. Excuse me. And they say whatever the hell they want and never get flagged.
Oh yeah.
It's the conservatives they watch.
Oh, I can remember when Trump first ran and in his first term or early in the first term, I was very loose with what I was posting on social media. All kinds of stuff. Just every offensive meme that I could find, because I have my opinion and I stick by what I say.
You do.
And so I'm not afraid to post it online, but a lot of it ended up getting censored and YouTube or Instagram would delete a lot of stuff and people wouldn't see what I was posting on Facebook.
How do they even have time to do that?
They hired a whole crew, I'm sure.
With nothing better to do than that? Why not look for terrorist
That's
threats
good
and
money
things that
for
might
them.
catch one of these? They did catch a guy in Delaware today who was intent on doing a mass shooting, but they got him.
I saw that.
So they nabbed one before it happened, and we don't know if he was trans or had what his issue was, but if he's leftist or communist or any of those things, we'll never know because the media will hide that from most people.
Yes.
What else is news today?
What's going on with Pete Hegseth today?
I really haven't seen. I mean, they're always saying, hey, he's going to get canned, and
he has the most negative press of anybody in the administration. Still, I think. Let's see.
And that's because they can't get him.
Oh, they're still talking about that Signal chat. Remember that from way back when? In the beginning?
That's still a scandal.
Yep.
Where was this media? The people that are asking these questions, where the F were they for 4 years of a brain dead turnip in the White House? Where were they for that?
Pentagon's Signal Gate review finds Pete Hegseth violated military regulations.
Yeah, well, what's this all? This is really about protecting.
It was the IG. They concluded in a report filed Tuesday.
And he said what?
That it was considered classified.
The Signal chat or what was discussed?
Yep, that what he shared on the chat was considered classified.
So what does the left want us to do? Execute him?
Probably. Publicly.
This whole thing in this country that, I mean, how can they even consider Gavin Newsom as presidential timber when he didn't have the brains to clean out the underbrush that fueled the burning down of entire neighborhoods in Los Angeles? They give him a pass because he's cute.
So they said, I'm reading more about this. Sorry.
Okay.
They said that they don't have it verified whether he declassified the information properly before he shared it, which he could have done. That's just one of those things. I just think they're making a mountain out of a molehill.
That's what they do if you're a Republican or a conservative. And now they're going to try even harder because their great white hope in Tennessee, Efton or whatever her name is, didn't win that seat. You haven't gotten there yet. You haven't brainwashed enough people yet, but I know you'll keep trying. We're not worried about that. I hate it when you go like to the Fox News app, and what have I got in front of me? Cashman Casino. I don't want to play this stupid game. How do I get rid of this? Where's the X? Where's the thing that allows me to get rid of this? So frustrating. So we can catch up on what's happening.
What is it about the double tap strike on that drug boat that is illegal?
What about what?
That he reportedly had SEAL Team 6 conduct a double tap strike. So they hit the boat and then had to hit it again so that they could kill everybody.
And that's illegal?
That's what a member of the House Armed Services Committee said.
I didn't know they adopted a one-shot-fits-all approach to this.
I know. I don't understand it. That's what I'm trying to understand. Can anybody elaborate on why that's illegal?
It's interesting.
Because obviously the intent of striking it was to eliminate everybody.
Yeah.
So
they're all participating in a highly
ideally
illegal.
we do it one time and get them all, but
and think about every one of those boats that goes down with the tons of drugs. That's stuff that will never make it to this country to kill people. And they're more worried about the rights of the drug runners. That's classic. And Hegseth just said, we've only just begun striking the narco boats. How would you like to be
maybe somebody knows
a working member of a cartel and said, we got a boat for you. We need you to make a run. I don't think I'm going to be too eager to jump in that boat and do what they say. It just seems like it's become a very dangerous occupation. What do we have?
Sam from Pike County. He's going to chime in about the boat.
All right, Sam, you're on.
Hey, Mr. Greg.
Hi.
People forget the target is the boat. Okay, as long as the boat floats, it's the target. You sink the boat. Then you don't go after the sailors. They didn't go after the sailors. They could have jumped off at any time and been recovered in the water. But I'm sorry, if you're on that boat, you're a target. You're part of the whole package, and that's the way that rolls. And they're trying to make the molehill out of. I mean, they're trying to make something out of a molehill. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's any opportunity to blow something out of proportion. Literally blow it, hit it twice. Anyway.
So they're saying it's overkill, essentially.
Yeah. We have so many sweet, wonderful bombs, and the purpose of a bomb is to explode. No, it wasn't overkill. It was efficiency.
Right.
They weren't efficient sending it to the bottom the first time. They got it the second.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Greg, man, I hate losing an odometer. Oh man, I used to mountain bike quite a bit.
So the angst over that. I don't know why it's not something that can't be fixed or restored. It's a little computer. You think somebody would know how to do that?
Greg, I lost you. I'm sorry.
All right, Sam. Thanks for the
hang
call.
up.
It's a cat eye bike odometer. And it still works once with the new battery. Why can't there be some way to restore the mind? I mean, maybe I don't really want that. Here, let me speak for a moment here to guys who are coping with the fact, we have one life. It's short. And there's really no time for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows, because eventually you're going to run out of those. If you're noticing issues with ED or low T, your relationships, your confidence can affect everything, even your career, because it becomes consuming. And the reason that's crazy is there's an alternative that can turn that completely around. It's called Montgomery Men's Health. Others promise convenience and direction, treatments Though are generic, some are even unsafe. But at Montgomery Men's Health, they take away all your excuses. They've got a urologist and providers solely focused on ED and low T. And getting low T adjusted to the level it needs to be can make a difference in so many aspects of life, including energy, keeping up with your day. No snake oil there, no peptides. Without solid research since 2022, they've helped thousands of men here reclaim their confidence with safe and effective treatments. 334-440-3663. That's the number to call right now, or you can book online in under 30 seconds at MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Their urology foundation, by the way, means freedom to practice medicine the right way, not confined by one-size-fits-all pills. And the myth is that every pill works. No, they don't. Sometimes they never work at all. Sometimes they work for a while and they stop working. And there are many alternative treatments that are there at Montgomery Men's Health that can help you maintain what you've got and enjoy that restorative feel. You're back in the game again. If you're starting to notice things get shaky, don't wait, because they'll only get worse if you ignore them or pretend they're not happening, so you can show up for your family and your life like never before. So turn those tomorrows into today. 334-440-3663 or book online in under 30 seconds at MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Montgomery Men's Health, for every man in every season of life. At 3:22, our first look at afternoon rush for Skipper.
We had an accident reported 400 block Northeast Boulevard. That's going to be in the vicinity of Ware's Ferry. As you head down over to Lagoon Park, please use caution there. Other than that, light to moderate building traffic, seeing more cars on East and East-South Boulevard, getting busy there, as well as I-65 and 85. Travel Millbrook with Tucker reporting light to moderate traffic flow. At McKenna Nissan, they have over 100 used cars in stock. 0% financing up to 60 months on select models. It's worth the drive. McKenna Nissan exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up with J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
I'm Jim Smith with Adams Drugs. At Adams Drugs, we offer a wide variety of services, including delivery, compounding, wellness clinics, and immunizations. Now is the time to visit any Adams Drugs location and get your flu shot. Getting an annual flu shot can help prevent you from getting the flu, reduce the severity of symptoms if you get the flu, and prevent serious complications such as hospitalization and death. Getting your flu shot at Adams Drugs protects you from getting sick, but it also makes sure that those around you, especially those at high risk, remain safe. Each year, up to 49 million people in the U.S. contract the flu. Depending on the flu virus's severity, deaths as a result of flu complications could skyrocket to 79,000 people nationwide. .net for a location nearest you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Want that ride that is fun, affordable, and street legal? Check out ETG Outdoors in Montgomery. They have huge discounts on electric golf carts with many brand new units under 10 grand. New and used inventory, financing available, and they service what they sell. ETG Outdoors even provides lithium battery conversions and free delivery with purchase. Whether it's for the neighborhood, the farm, or just fun. ETG Outdoors, 7006 Vaughn Road, or online at etgoutdoors.com. Cruise smarter, drive electric. ETG Outdoors, your ride to freedom starts here.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Progressive has great customer service, and it's easy to reach us because great and easy is the way to be. Like salads, great for you, and so easy you could put any group of veggies in a bowl and it's a salad. A full carrot with a head of cabbage, weird, but still a salad. 1 radish and a couple of green beans, also a salad. 14 blueberries, half an onion, and a sunchoke. Odd, yes, but an odd salad. So contact Progressive's customer service by phone, app, or online. It's great and easy, just like salad. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Hi, this is Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop. Listen every Saturday to Winning Wellness and learn from experts in different fields of science and technology how nutritional supplements can help you.
Listen to Winning Wellness every Saturday at 10 a.m.
Hi, I'm Jane Ray, account executive with Blue Water Broadcasting. Why should you advertise with us? Radio is an active medium. It can create immediacy, driving shoppers to a specific store, brand, or to take a specific action. Radio ads engage with the audience in a personal and unique way. Contact me, Jane Ray, by going to bluewaterbroadcasting.com to find out more. Blue Water Broadcasting, local folks helping local business.
The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Tonight, NBC presents a holiday tradition like no other. Christmas in Rockefeller Center. Featuring stars from your favorite NBC shows like Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, Chicago PD, Chicago Zoo, Chicago Mall Kiosk, Chicago Arby's, and Chicago Convalescent Center. I know what you're thinking. NBC isn't just a bunch of shows about Chicago. It will also feature the stars from Law & Order, Law & Order Organized Crime, Law & Order Special Victims Unit, Law & Order Jaywalking Squad, Law & Order Horse Patrol, Law & Order Cops with Mustaches, and of course, Law & Order Chicago. Christmas in Rockefeller Center. This year, we're holding it in Chicago.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. Our president, who is always talking to the media. I mean, what, did Joe Biden appear like twice a year? He spent half his time on the beach, did nothing.
Yeah.
Have his auto pen sign important legislation. And Trump today said all of that's null and void.
Does he have the authority to do that, though?
I don't think so, but I'm glad he said it anyway. It's going to make a few people nervous, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Especially those that got pardons, like some of the people currently serving in Congress.
Yeah, they're squirming a little bit.
But he is talking to the media this afternoon. Why don't we tune in? I have that ready to go and see what the president has to say.
The system strong. It's making it strong. Biden never kicked anybody off. Everybody joined. And we're carrying out historic deportations to remove many more illegals committing Social Security fraud. It's a Social Security fraud that was taking place at levels that nobody's ever seen. We cleared 12.4 million names listed in the Social Security database over 120 years of age. Think of that.
Wow.
So we had 12.4 million names.
Dead people.
Where they were over 120 years old. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a hell of a statement. I have a feeling, Dan, that's not really really didn't happen, did it? So you have 12.4 million names listed in the Social Security database that were over 120 years of age, meaning you were breaking records, because I've never heard of anybody at 125. There were nearly 135,000 people listed who were over 160 years old, and in some cases getting payments. So somebody's getting those payments, and we're after that. We're also fighting the menace of inflation to make life more affordable for American seniors, and we've ended Biden's inflation nightmare. So we had the worst inflation in the history of our country, and now our inflation is down to a perfect number, a beautiful number, hardly any at all. And yet our country is taking in tens of billions of dollars and trillions of dollars, actually trillions of dollars in tariffs. And you know all about it. It's been amazing. They say, why are we taking in so much money? Last week, they found $29 billion and they couldn't figure out where it came from. I said, check the tariff shelf. And they said, how did you know that's where it came from? Taking in billions and even trillions of dollars in tariffs paid by other countries who, frankly, were taking advantage of us for many, many years. And they were doing that to us, but our people didn't know it. We didn't have smart business people. We've ended Biden's inflation nightmare and came in below expectations. And yet, again, this past month, we set records. Gasoline prices are way down and really dramatically, as everybody knows. And energy prices have been going down, other than in certain states where you have Democrat-run states where they put windmills all over the place. Anytime you see a windmill, you'll say, well, they have bad energy costs, and it's happening in New Jersey. I saw that there's a revolution going on in New Jersey. They closed up a nuclear power plant, and they're raising electricity rates by 21, 22, and 28%, something like that. And you're going to have a new governor in New Jersey. I tell you what, you have a good man running in the Republican Party. He'll get them down. But what they've done is they've killed so many good sources of energy for very expensive windmills and lots of other things that don't work. 401ks and retirement accounts are soaring, and the stock market is setting record highs almost every day. We're going record highs, and yet we're taking in hundreds of billions of dollars in tariffs. So it's turned out that Trump was right and they were wrong.
Market was up 400
Few
points
smart
today.
people knew what was going to happen. A few of us were right. So we're going to keep the fighting going. We're going to make America's seniors every single day. We're going to fight for them. We're going to make them richer, better, stronger in so many different ways. But Social Security is like pretty much the one that we think about, and we love it, and we love what's happening with it. And it's going to be good for 90 years and beyond. Again, you were given only a short period of time. Social Security was supposed to be like down. Had they won the election, Social Security would have defaulted during Biden or Kamala's election, whoever they so chose. Two beauties. And now what I'd like to do is ask Frank to say a few words. Again, this is a man with a really storied past. He's one of the most successful anywhere in the world. What he did at JP Morgan Chase and what he did for Henry Kravis and all of the others are like legendary stories. And he just wanted to do this. He's making about a tiny fraction, I would say, a tiny fraction of what you used to make, but he didn't care. He wanted to do it. He made a lot of money. And he said, I want to run that system. I want to put it back on track. And he's got unbelievable talent over there. It's like a different place. So, Frank, would you say a few words, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to have to pause it there. But the one statement boiling all of that down today is that the president is hopeful that we will not have to pay income taxes.
I'm hopeful for that.
That's the goal. You know, we didn't institute that. And I'd love to know how they got that done back in 1913. How did they? What
had happened before?
Tariffs.
No, I mean, why was that the year that they started doing it? What had happened
don't
before
know.
that was preventing them from doing it, and what might have happened that opened the door for them to do it?
I would have to do a deep dive on that. I'd love to tell you, here's what happened.
Can I tell you?
Yes.
The Titanic and who was on it. Start there.
Really?
Yep.
I mean, I know the
Start there.
Astors. The Astors were on the Titanic.
And the Federal Reserve was created after about 6 prominent people died on the Titanic.
Huh. And then why did
Be careful. I have gone down so many rabbit holes. I am a rabbit.
And one heck of a hot rabbit, huh? Everybody. Oh, I'm being a sexist. I'm sorry. No, I'm just being a guy who recognizes beauty. There's nothing wrong with that. But we certainly have allowed the world to tell us that there's something really wrong with you, you know, if you actually think that way. What legal steps to avoid Biden's auto pen actions? That may be a tough one. I'll tell you what, I would not want to be on the Supreme Court because the Democrats are going to sue over everything. And they always file with judges that were appointed by Biden or Obama, one of the other crackpot Dems. So, you know, they're likely to get a favorable decision there. And then it's got to go work its way up the system of the Supremes, and it's got to be getting old for them. Brant will join us at 5:15 to talk about today's, as the president would say, beautiful day in the market. It was, and how you can line up to benefit from improving economic conditions in the year 2026. Schedule a sit-down conversation and get ready to talk to some really, really bright people who would like the chance to at least help you grow your savings, plan your retirement, save on taxes, whatever your goals happen to be. They are more than qualified to help you at Invista Advisors with a call to 387-0094.
Traffic is brought to you by Chad's AC Direct. Call Chad's AC Direct today for the best option with your heating and air.
Blue Water News with Sky follows traffic. Skipper.
We continue to be busy as we see traffic building all over the area this afternoon, especially on the interstates, boulevards, and a little earlier we had an accident reported 400 Northeast Boulevard. That's going to be in the vicinity of Twain Curve. Please use caution there. Travel network is having light to moderate traffic flow. We will keep you updated. At McKinnon Toyota, trade in any non-Toyota pickup on a Tundra or Tacoma and get an extra $1,000 off. It's worth the drive. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up. Handle Trey Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
News is brought to you by Jack Ingram Nissan. Shop now at jackingramnissan.com.
From the Blue Water Broadcast News Center, these are today's top stories. The Montgomery City Council voted unanimously Tuesday night to revoke the business license at Suburban Studios Hotel on Carmichael Road. According to Montgomery Police Department records, there have been 261 calls to Suburban Studios over the past year. The hotel also generated 51 calls to the fire department. Two suspects in the Thanksgiving Day armed robbery of a 16-year-old are in custody. The robbery happened Thursday morning in the 3600 block of Gaslight Curve, where the victim was robbed of jewelry and cash at gunpoint. 19-year-old Jeremy Franklin was arrested and charged with first-degree robbery. An unnamed juvenile was also arrested in the case. Dream Motor Group, led by former Alabama head coach Nick Saban, has finalized the acquisition of Toyota of Montgomery and Lexus of Montgomery. The $150 million sale was announced in a press release on Tuesday. The acquisitions bring the total to 11 dealerships under Saban's expanding automotive empire. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
In the market for a used car? Visit jackingram.com to view our selection of luxury, domestic, and imported vehicles. With 8 locations and online at jackingram.com, Jack Ingram Motors is sure to have the perfect car for you.
Need some extra cash? Gold and silver are at an all-time high. Turn your old coins, currency, or gold and silver into money at Trademark Coins and Currency, the only coin shop in the River region with over 40 years of experience. Veteran owned and operated, proudly serving Montgomery from their location off Vaughn Road. Trademark Coins and Currency is always buying, and free appraisals means there's no pressure, just real value. Make an appointment today. Learn more at trademarkcoinsandcurrency.com. Trademark Coins and Currency. Experience you can count on.
Hi there. I'm Madeline Cannon with Alabama Home Mortgage. Getting pre-approved is the first step towards home ownership. People are often scared or nervous about taking that first step, but I'll tell you, it's nothing to be scared of. At Alabama Home Mortgage, we will take the first step and every step along the way with you. Call us at 567-4223. We will gather the information needed to tell you exactly what you qualify for. After a call to Alabama Home Mortgage, you will know what price point to shop for, what down payment is required, if any, and what your monthly mortgage payment will look like. We take all the guessing out of it. Then, when you find the house you want to make your home, you are ready to make an offer. Along with your offer, you will submit your Alabama Home Mortgage pre-approval letter. This shows sellers that you've already taken the steps necessary to ensure that you qualify to purchase their home. Wait no longer. It's time to take that first step together. Call me at 567-4223 or start the process online at myalabamahomemortgage.com.
That's Alabama Home Mortgage because, folks, there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586-36-8, Equal Housing Lender.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. At PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Ernest Financial.
If you're tired of losing your money in the stock market, call David Ernest, 334-279-7431. Ernest Financial, LLC.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We still have a very chilly forecast with temperatures running well below normal. Tonight, partly cloudy, cold again. The overnight low temperature drops to about 35. Tomorrow, I think we're dry during the morning hours. Risk of showers beginning Thursday afternoon. A better chance Thursday night. High temperature Thursday and Friday up to about 57. And look for a real soaker on Friday night into at least part of the day on Saturday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
At CB&S Bank, we've been meeting the needs of our customers since 1906. Need help setting up new business goals? Our line of commercial loans can help you achieve them. Go to cbsbank.com to find a location near you. All loans subject to credit approval, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Live local talk. The River Region's most trusted voice for news and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
It's cold.
The snowman was a jolly soul with a corn cob and a button nose and two made out of coal. There must have been some magic in that old silk hat they for when they placed it on his he began to dance around. Oh, the snowman with a broomstick in his running here and there all around the square saying me if you can.
Why does our mind automatically fill in the worst possible?
Oh, we
words for
know.
those
Yeah,
bleeps?
because we know.
Yeah. And it is chilly. Join us for some hot food at Baumhauer's after the show at 6. Baumhauer's Victory Grill on the Boulevard for the nights at the long table. We'd love to see you there. And we welcome Papa B to the phone.
Greg, you have as your studio partner there somebody that's extremely intelligent.
Yes.
Pamela, I cannot tell you how impressed I am.
Really?
That you knew about the Titanic story. Oh, yes. I mean, you are so far ahead of the curve, I can't even take us. I mean, look, I've been reading about this stuff for years, too, okay? But let's just go back a little bit further in time. Why is President Jackson one of President Trump's favorite presidents?
Andrew Jackson?
Or Andrew Jackson. Why is he really Trump's favorite president?
Well,
I'll tell you before you answer.
Go ahead.
Because Jackson took down the national banking system and paid off the national debt. No other president has done that since.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, since then, the Federal Reserve has been created. They want the power back, and they want the power back by the bank. Yeah, that's what they've been wanting, and that's what they got in 1913 after the sinking of the Titanic, because there were too many powerful people that were not for it anymore because they had known of the corruption in the past century and all the devastations that it led to. You give these people power, and there's no end to the trouble that they cause. That is what Trump is trying to undo. Among other things.
Look, I know the story of the Titanic quite well. And if I were Kate Winslet, I would have pushed Leo into the water and gotten it over with quickly.
But so many things in history are not what they seem.
No, I got to agree with you on this. This is very interesting. Now,
we see so many examples of it today with the smoke screens they put in the media.
Yeah.
I mean, and people just gobble it up, and believe everything.
And we're making our children stupid in public schools too. That's true. So they won't question these unusual coincidences.
Exactly. It's a whole operation.
Let me one other thing, and I appreciate you letting me go on, Greg.
That's all right.
But there is something to that. I would say, however, to Pamela, don't go too far down the rabbit hole, because you also find the lunatic fringe who believe that there was no moon landing.
I do. I also believe that.
I know you've gone down too far the rabbit hole there, dear.
I don't know.
There was a stage. Everything had to be rehearsed. Everything was rehearsed. Everything. And they rehearsed the landing. So that there was a stage where they rehearsed the landing. But that is as far as it went. And the flat earther thing, dear,
I'm not a flat earther.
You gotta come back from the edge, okay?
No.
Come back to the light.
I'm not a flat earther. But
Okay, good.
but I do not believe in the moon landing. And I think that a lot of people who do have an emotional attachment to it.
Why are you looking at
And the
me?
people that don't have an envy attachment to it. And I won't say any more than that, but there are a lot of people that don't want it to be true. And, there's too much evidence that it was. But anyway, we'll let it go.
Well,
I love
we
you guys.
we had the guy who ran the mission in our studio. We asked him that question. How do you reply to the ever-growing number of people who question that this event ever took place? Gene Kranz, he was our guest, and he said they would have to believe that over 400,000 people kept a secret, when it's hard to believe that two can do that.
How many people are in the CIA?
Something clause for me. Something clause, please.
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.
We come around at 4:20. Larry Stevens is joining us, and he'll be bringing Michael Smith from the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches. We certainly have good reason to talk about the crime problem in this town and all these youths that are directionless, rudderless, parentless, become part of gangs because that is their familial connection. This is an organization that's actually trying to save some of those lives and has great stories to tell. And they'll be joining us shortly, right around 4:30, I guess. 3:48 right now, Soldier Boy on the phone.
Hey, Greg.
Yes.
Is this the Pamela show or a happy hour?
Come on.
Look, at some point, it'll be the Pamela show because I'll be dead.
I'm just practicing getting used to it. Hey, did you hear that on 1819 News that Alabama came in number one in fraud in the WIC program?
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
In the what program?
WIC. That's like an offshoot of food stamps for women, infant, and children.
Okay.
It's a supplemental program.
None of that surprises me because people that apply, even if they know they're doing it illegitimately, they're going to accuse whoever's talking to them of racism and whatever other handy excuse.
Can I have a Christmas request?
Sure.
It's not Christmas without some OJ.
An O.J. Simpson Christmas. I will play that in the 5 o'clock hour if you're still around.
Oh, I will be, but it's not Christmas without it, is it? Am I correct, Greg?
No. Hang on one second. Let me make sure I want to
I have
find
some
it.
OJ.
1 second, please.
Makes
The
everybody
O.J.
laugh.
Simpson Christmas album. All right, we got both.
Thanks.
Something Claus around 4:20 and an O.J. Simpson Christmas around 5:25. How's that sound, everybody? We all happy with that? There's O.J. I'm just moving things around. I want to go back to. I think it might be still going on.
I still have the screen shared. Dr. Trump?
Yeah, I want to see if he's still speaking. Go ahead. Did it pause?
It may have.
All right.
Security. Just like the president, I thank him for making America great again. It's happening. Social Security will be great again. You have my commitment. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Frank.
That's good enough for me.
I'm going to sign the new proclamation, please.
Sir, this is a proclamation both commemorating the 90th anniversary of the Social Security Act, the signing of the Social Security Act, and also the incredible accomplishments of your administration, fixing and promoting and safeguarding Social Security. And it also obviously mentions the fact that as part of the One Big Beautiful Bill, a vast majority of our senior citizens are no longer paying taxes on their Social Security benefits, as you promised in your campaign and as you delivered for the American people.
That's a big factor, isn't it? Huh?
Yes, sir.
That's great.
I've always.
They're very happy about it too.
All right. Well, he's signing that. I mean, that's always troubled me. That's your money.
Mm-hmm.
I read a story once. I think the title of it was "Every Boomer Should Be a Millionaire," because of the average worker having had money withdrawn, and now it's at 13%, 6.5% for the employee, 6.5% for the employer, which really it can make hiring expensive. You've got to pay that on the payroll tax, on top of the federal withholding and state and all the rest of the crap.
Yep.
And if it had just been sitting in like a money market account over the course of your working history, you would be set. But no, the government always knows better. And every president has, Biden especially, has used it to win votes. And then, of course, they love to scare old folks. So, hey, Trump, he's going to take Social Security away. You're not going to get anything. All their lies. Despicable lies. All of it. Let's go back to the president again.
As big as that stuff is, it's small potatoes compared in terms of numbers, right? In terms of numbers, these are big numbers. Government numbers are big numbers. So I want to thank everybody for being here, but I'm really proud of you, Frank. And here's your proclamation. And let's take a look at what that looks like. Signed by the human hand.
I like that.
For a change. That's good, right? Do you have any questions for Frank? How about questions for Frank? For Frank?
President?
Yes, on Social Security. Please.
First and foremost, this was a major campaign promise that you had. 2023 it was one of the first Agenda 47s that you put out. It was titled, "We Must Protect Medicare and Social Security." Why was this important for both of you to get done, and given the fact that it'll impact millions of lives?
Well, it was very important to me because I knew how Social Security, I've been hearing about it for years, long before I came to office, that it was really going to die very shortly. And I had to put somebody outstanding in, and I was talking to him on a business sense once, and I said, this guy's amazing. And he said, I'd love to help you with Social Security because it's sort of what he does. He takes troubled entities and turns them around. And he did some of the biggest messes in the world. And Social Security in a certain way, I guess, you reported it all the time. In 4 or 5 years,
It makes you wonder, had they just managed the system
he's got it turned around so well
and cleared the 160-year-olds. 160 years old. Nobody saw this. Nobody noticed this. Who's getting that money? And I hope they go after them.
Yeah.
Who's going to know?
And what it does, it makes it.
I mean, the number of people over 120, even 110, there's very few.
I do wonder, but they direct deposit that now, right?
Yes.
So as long as, somebody dies and they have somebody else on their account with them,
A spouse, a survivor.
Yep.
Because you just can't,
And then the spouse adds a child.
if the child is under the age of 18.
Well, no, I mean just the bank account that the direct deposit is going to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they never notify,
Yeah.
and then they just keep getting the direct deposits. It's an active bank account. The other person on the account is alive.
Just cleaning the system up, though, should save it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Because there's so much fraud. Get rid of the fraud.
Universities to work.
And again, they better not let fat little chunky Timmy dance off this $1 billion slush fund that the Somalians have been
And she was all excited and jumping up.
stealing
She's got to take a drug test.
from our country.
She's got to take a
I mean, this is the problem. Government, when you get with the government, the numbers get so big, it's so vast, and it's so easy to steal, apparently.
You know that you had a lot of great banks
Who's
in the Midwest.
watching the store?
Banks that loaned
That's the
farmers and
problem.
others, and they went out of business.
We need better gatekeeping on our tax
Banks that were
dollars.
open 150 years.
And
family banks
God, I would
supplied the
love,
farmers
I would
and
love
manufacturers
for him
and
to
others.
announce the plan where the income
she put
tax
them
is
out of business.
eliminated.
A mean,
And here's the best
horrible
part of it.
human
It's not the best part, but it's certainly a fact.
Sanders, I don't
When he
mind
does
him.
announce that we are eliminating the income tax,
Very liberal guy. He's a wacky guy.
Democrats will still hate him. The people suffering from TDS, they'll still hate him. It won't matter. They don't care. They don't care what good he does for them individually or for this country as a whole. They will still hate them because they're mentally ill. And that concludes our exciting 3 to 4 hour here on News Talk 93.1 FM.
Hey, it was a good one.
You've seen my beautiful car?
I have.
Donnie Turner. I lack the words at times. I got, fortunately, somebody backed into me in a parking lot. They didn't really do much damage to the bumper, but they hit it hard enough to knock the rear sensor into the bumper. Bumper removal is not one of my hobbies. I know nothing about it. I called up Donnie Turner at 27 Rec with a W. So I know there's a hole. There's nothing where that sensor should be, and I can hear it rattling. Bring it over. And there was my front bumper also seems to misalign from time to time. Take a look at it. That's all I wanted fixed. Relatively simple. Do you think he just gave me the car back with those things fixed? No. It looks better than the day I bought it at Jack Ingram. It's gorgeous. This is the way they thank the people that trust them to repair their cars. They don't just, it looks great on the outside. The mess you gave us on the inside, well, sorry, we can't help you with that. They do everything they can to represent you with a vehicle. It's almost like getting a second chance for a car. That's what it is when your car has been fixed by them, and they hold to those incredibly high standards. They're not part of a big chain of body shops. Those are all too common, friends. And you know what happens? You're not going to get the same level of attention that you will from a solely owned business proprietor. Every car they fix, that's their art. That's their name on it. And they want to be proud of it. So make the right choice. 27 Rec with a W for Montgomery Paint and Body. Now, does anybody need them at 358 Skipper?
Well, we have a new accident. Vaughn Road in front of St. James. Please use caution there. And we are busy everywhere. Interstates, boulevards, busiest, of course, East and East-South Boulevard. I-75 and 85 light to mostly moderate traffic. A little bit busy now on 65 northbound out of Montgomery. Travel Millbrook, Wetumpka not reporting any issues at the moment. At McKinnon Toyota, you can get $1,000 holiday bonus cash on a Tundra or Tacoma. It's worth the try. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up with Jose Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
Hi, this is Bill Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate in a Minute. You're getting ready to put your home up for sale. Remember the 6 P's. Prepare your home by deep cleaning, cleaning where needed, yard work, decluttering the inside. Present your home to the market through the experienced realtor who knows how to market the home and get it sold. Price the home at fair market value of what the home should bring in today's market. Your realtor can guide you in pricing the home to sell, not sit. Pay for part of the closing cost and provide a 1-year warranty. Buyers today don't have the down payment and all the cost of buying a home without some help. Prepare to look at offers from the marketplace and accept the best offer for your needs. 6, place your trust in experienced professionals, including your realtor, closing attorney, and mortgage company. For all the details, call Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group, 221-2883. And remember, we are now hiring agents, both new and experienced. Call me today for an interview. Bo Goodson, 221-2883.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
And now a star is born. On December 3rd, 1948, the world welcomed little baby Ozzy Osbourne.
He's already teething. Somebody get him a bat's head.
Ozzy Osbourne, and Oz is born.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
At 4.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. A fraud case in Minnesota is gaining more attention, and many are pointing a finger at Governor Tim Walz and say he should be held accountable. Republicans say that Walz has allowed Somalis in his state to bilk the taxpayers out of about $1 billion in money that was supposed to be going to the needy. The Trump administration, meanwhile, is pausing all immigration applications, such as requests for green cards for people from 19 countries banned from travel earlier this year. U.S. Ambassador to Israel Mike Huckabee today addressed 1,000 pastors and church leaders from the U.S. who are visiting the Holy Land. He urged them to proclaim the biblical truth about God's promises to the nation of Israel. On Wall Street at the close, the Dow was up by 408 points, NASDAQ up by about 41, the S&P 500 gained 20. This is SRN News.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. More than 1 million people are part of healthcare sharing now because it just makes so much sense right now. And MediShare is the gold standard. Members like it a lot. We know this from member surveys. MediShare has been around for over 30 years. It is a proven thing. And if you join before December 15th and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee. So you save $100 right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline's December 15th. Call now, you'll save even more. Here's the number. It's 844-45-BIBLE. That's 844-45-BIBLE. 844-45-BIBLE.
Tonight on the Hallmark Channel, it's Christmas in an Uber. He's a gorgeous former goat herder from a country no one can pronounce who drives an Uber with his sickly pet goat Cecil riding shotgun. She's a gorgeous veterinary student with flowing blonde hair who needs an animal to practice on before Christmas break.
Are you Adriana? I'm your ride. Don't worry, he no bite.
Will a slightly smelly animal in the car give him a 1-star review? Or will the goat become the goat?
He's very foxy.
It's Christmas in an Uber tonight on the Hallmark Channel.
That's brand new.
Oh.
Oh boy. Says one of our listeners, you have to let Pamela run the show and board next time you're out. She is highly entertaining and has plenty to talk about. Honestly, she could have her own show maybe next time if a slot is open. Who knows? Or at least a Saturday show.
Oh.
Well, she'll be spending her Saturdays fixing me before we have time to do a radio show on Saturday afternoon, although it would be.
Mark Cumbie shares those sentiments. He commented earlier and said, I need to be the fill-in host next time.
I'm all for it. In fact, Scott Mosley is going to run the board the night of the 23rd, that Tuesday night. And I don't know if you're in town or out of town, but
I'll be here.
You start your career there. I will be hopefully in New Orleans, if not.
Are we off on?
We don't know yet,
Okay.
but probably.
On Christmas Eve?
Yeah, we should be.
Okay. I mean, just let me know.
Adam is on the line. Good afternoon, Adam.
Good afternoon, Greg. Love your show as always.
I appreciate that.
But anytime something comes up about Social Security, boy, there ain't nothing that gets me iller than that. I've worked, I'm very thankful I had a good job, and I was able to retire at 62, but I worked from the time I was 15 until the time I was 62, and I know there's not a lot of people that can do that. So
No, and you should be rewarded for that kind of effort, that kind of work ethic for that length of time.
But it really makes me angry to think about Social Security. And now it's nothing but a huge Ponzi scheme.
Mm-hmm.
And
because there's going to be
true.
a lot of people. I wrote a letter one time to Jeff Sessions when he was in office. And I told him, I said, the way you can fix Social Security, if you could get all the people that aren't hurt, that are just lazy and sorry, if you could just get all those people off of it. I mean, I know a lot of people personally that are on disability that are no more disabled than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is true.
And that infuriates me.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, if you go to the grocery store and you get behind any number of people, there's a pile of those people going to whip out them SNAP cards.
Sure.
And that's wrong. That is wrong, and it's stealing from us, the American people.
Mm-hmm.
But Jeff Sessions told me, I told him that, and he told me, well, we just we got to be able to do for the people, and basically he said we ain't doing nothing about it.
Well,
and I thought to myself, that's sorry. Because that is money.
The
that
key
you
to
and I have worked for our whole life.
it is a Ponzi scheme, and what you get out of Social Security is very much dependent on what you put into it over the course of your life. And but the way they can save it is to clean it up. And yeah, there are many instances of people who may have started getting benefits in their 30s or 40s because they had unworkable hemorrhoids or some other issue that need to be qualified to keep getting it. Otherwise, we have a job for you.
I know so many people that there's nothing wrong with them.
No.
And they can work, and they can put in the Social Security system.
No, it's there for the people who have been a real victim of an unfortunate accident that will prohibit them from being able to work. We need to be able to take care of them. You know, we're America. We got to look after. We have to look after the most vulnerable part of the population, but that term vulnerable has been widened and abused and expanded I mean, basically the way it works, as I understand it, if you have some type of an issue and you apply for disability, 99%, this was told to me by a Social Security worker, 99% of the time you'll be rejected as soon as you put your application in. Then you hire one of the lawyers that knows how to work the system, and about a year later, most of the time, you'll get your claim approved if you don't go away. And then they send you all the money.
The back pay.
The back pay. And by the way, whether you get approved or not, as soon as you file a Social Security disability application, you're eligible for Medicaid. It's all you need.
Yep.
To get Medicaid.
And they do bank on most people giving up after that first denial.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people do. It's a lot of paperwork, but they out a lot to people who
and those
did
lawyers
not
get a
deserve
slice of it too.
Oh, yeah. No, they get 30, 35, 40%. I'm not really sure. It may be different from firm to firm.
And what really worries me is my children, my grandchildren, because they're going to be putting into this thing too. They already are, my children.
Yeah, well, this president hopefully is taking steps to safeguard it, to clean it up. I mean, that alone is going to restore billions of dollars to the system, cutting off those checks to people that are 160 years old.
What happens to when he gets out in just a few years?
Hopefully, J.D. Vance will follow him in the White House and continue. I mean, we got to hope that the country at some point wakes up.
They aren't, Greg. They aren't. I mean, you watch TV, you watch the news. There are morons out there that all they care about is making sure that they get their buck.
Yeah.
They don't care about anybody else.
Well, there's a lot of explanations for that. Our education system blows, and they're preaching Marxism and socialism and ideologies that have never worked. But hey, buddy, way to go. Congrats on a life well lived. Nice. All right, so the administration has woken up to the fact that the big term now is affordability. So keep getting gas prices lower, keep getting food costs down. They're removing the tariffs from a lot of items where tariffs did push certain agricultural products up, and you'll see it. But the media will never report it, and that's the frustrating thing. This president is available almost every day to answer questions with the media, and they just still pick and choose because they hate him. Can you imagine what we would be looking like right now, 11 months into a Kamala administration? It's terrifying. Not only is Pamela the next great talk show host in the making, but she's currently, you got to take that after picture.
I know.
I went to AMS Studios. I've been there for many reasons. But this age spot that was on the right side of my right hand, it just bugged me. I just didn't like it. And in Intense Pulse Light Therapy, one treatment. We took a before picture, a during picture, and it's gone. It's gone. That's my. Let's see if I can get that.
Turn it the other way.
Yeah, right there on the top.
That is insane.
That is as clean.
Here, let me show the before picture on camera.
Because this works. And when my doctor endorsed it.
So you can see.
There's the spot.
That spot.
Yeah.
Show your hand again.
Okay.
Yeah. It's gone.
Yeah, it's right there above between the thumb and the first finger. There's nothing there now.
Mm-hmm.
It works. One treatment, not months, not thousands of creams or anything else. Mm-hmm. One treatment. So we got a couple of more, and I will be at my appointment. Not this weekend. Yeah, at AMS Studios. That's just one of the things they do there. It's a great website to learn about all the things you can do to help self-improve. Take advantage of state-of-the-art technology to live a better and healthier life. AMS-studios.com. For a consultation, call 730-1268. And whether it's you want to pamper somebody, luxury facials, there's all kinds of great gift certificate options there. But the science and technology, these are all approved procedures, by the way. And my doctor is the last person on earth who would advocate something that he didn't believe worked. IPL, Intense Pulse Light Therapy, it does work.
Yeah, we have one of the best pieces of equipment in the technology space for it. So it's awesome.
I'm thrilled. This thing has bugged me for years. I got an age spot before I'm not that old. Anyway,
stop
check it
being
out.
afraid to talk about your age.
It's 4:13. I got to lower my voice because Larry Stevens will be here, and if I don't lower my voice, I'll sound like a woman next to him. Here's Skipper with another traffic update. Rich's forecast.
Well, we had an accident earlier, Vaughn Road in front of St. James. We're hoping that one has cleared. A new accident now, Perry Hill Road at Beth Manor. Watch out for emergency vehicles responding there. Traffic most definitely building all over the area. Busiest now, I-65 and 85, East and East-South Boulevard. All of our feeder roads out of Montgomery are beginning to build. Prattville, Millpoint with Tubman reporting light to moderate traffic and no issues. Christmas shopping is great at Premier Place. After shopping, eat at Poblano's, King of Thayer, Sweet Frog Frozen Yogurt. All at Premier Place in Prattville, another great McClinton Company development. Buckle up with the Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from your local Roto-Rooter. The Tears family extends best wishes to all those in the river region this holiday season. Don't let plumbing issues turn your celebrations into a lump of coal. Roto-Rooter is a phone call or a click away for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. 272-7130 or online at rotorooteralabama.com. And remember,
call Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And the rainfall troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter, Roto-Rooter.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Montgomery Men's Health.
Hey guys, can we play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Ha! Want to work out? Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow? You've got one life. It is too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have symptoms of ED and low T, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Montgomery Men's Health and turn your tomorrows into today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad. Today! Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight. Call 334-440-3663. The book now in under 30 seconds at MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Montgomery Men's Health, for every man in every season of life.
Pizza Perfect is feeling jolly.
offering a great deal in December. Buy any large pizza and get a medium pizza for only $5. Pizza Perfect's buffet includes pizza as well as spaghetti, breadsticks, salad, dessert, and drink for only $13. Buffet is available Monday through Saturday for lunch and for dinner on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Pizza Perfect is also available for pickup and delivery. Get a medium pizza for $5 with the purchase of any large pizza in December at Pizza Perfect, Coliseum Boulevard, Eastbrook.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
It's our new brokerage. I'm Hannah Grantham, and alongside my partner, Eddie Bader, together we created Hannah and Eddie Realty Group because we believe real estate should feel personal. When our names are on the sign, it's more than just the logo. It's a promise. Hard work, honesty, and results.
That's right, Hannah. We've helped first-time buyers find their dream home, guided families through big moves, and worked with all the investors to build their future.
So no matter your journey, our focus is the same, putting you first. So give us a call at 334-368-6358 and let us show you who you have on your sign matters.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/radio. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Weather service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this, listen close, you get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We still have a very chilly forecast with temperatures running well below normal. Tonight, partly cloudy, cold again. The overnight low temperature drops to about 35. Tomorrow, I think we're dry during the morning hours. Risk of showers beginning Thursday afternoon. A better chance Thursday night. High temperature Thursday and Friday up to about 57. And look for a real soaker on Friday night into at least part of the day on Saturday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Brighten your holidays with ASE Credit Union. Enjoy the season stress-free with our special holiday loans. Visit us or call today to learn more. ASE Credit Union, your ASECU.com, 334-270-9011. Terms and conditions apply, federally insured by NCUA.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers.
Some fun next.
The River Region's News Talk Station. News Talk 93.1, WACV. News Talk 93.1.
Oh, what up, man? How was the concert? Sucked. I mean, my buddies got busted for drinking in the parking lot. Santa's not bringing me anything this year. Oh, don't worry about it, man. You'll always get a visit from something Claus. Who's that?
Yeah. Everybody getting something. Everybody getting something.
Everybody's been naughty. Everybody's got flaws. If you've been crossed off Santa's list, here comes Santa Claus.
There's a girl named Sheila. Had a man with a van. They were supposed to go to dinner, but he had other plans. He said she was domineering, tried to take her diamond earrings, said that she was profiteering, soon he would be disappearing. She got mad, was on fire, took a knife, slashed his tires, pulled a pull on Richard Pryor. Santa said, you know I'm gonna qualify you, but you know what I say? Everybody's getting something. Everybody's getting something. And I ain't talking about no toys. I give cash. White envelopes filled with 20s, sometimes 50s. Cash. And where am I getting this cash? Hey, man, we don't need to talk about that.
Everybody's been naughty. Everybody's got flaws. If you've been crossed off Santa's list, here comes Santa Claus.
Here's a story about Marcus. Hates working for the man. Works super long hours. does everything he can. One day he had all he could handle, threw a fit and caused a scandal. Broke his computer into shambles. The mess he made was quite substantial. Got fired, got arrested, got thrown out, so he protested. Santa said, man, you've been rejected. But you know what I say? Everybody's getting something. Everybody's getting something. Oh, you sweating Santa being mad at you? What you thought y'all was friends? He sees you when you're sleeping. That's weird. I'm gonna tell you what's sleeping about. He hit somebody with that slate. Don't like to talk about it.
Everybody's been naughty. Everybody's got flaws. If you've been crossed off Santa's list, here comes Santa Claus.
Let me tell you this story. Was a long time ago. I used to work for Santa up at the North Pole. One day I was working at my station. Mrs. Claus started a conversation. Both of us felt a sweet sensation. So we agreed on recreation. Brought me inside, made some cocoa. She served me pumpkin risotto. Santa walked in and said, that's a no-no. But you know what I say? Everybody's getting something. Everybody's getting something.
And may you get your something, whatever it is you need from Something Claus this year, even if you've been a little bit on the naughty side.
Can I tell you something wild and unexpected?
Yes.
Spotify Wrapped came out today. Do you know what Spotify Wrapped is?
That's when they give you an end of the year list of what you
Yes.
tend to listen to.
Yes. And I am a religious Spotify user and I listen to a lot of music.
Yeah.
Hip hop was my 5th category. I was shocked. They give you your top 5 like genres you listen to.
Yeah.
Hip hop was number 5.
Hey, well, you're on the right show because everybody that listens to me knows what a big fan I am of hip hop. In fact, we used to do a bit called the gangsta phrase that pays. So the grandma, you hear them with the kids, they're playing on the radios and stuff, would know exactly what's meant. I think I have a sample here.
And now, listeners of 1170 WACV, we proudly present, as an attempt to bridge the cultural gaps that exist in our community, the gangsta phrase that pays. Is gangsta music unintelligible, violence-provoking, sexist trash? We don't think so. Listen as we study the lyrics of a song called You Be Illin' by Run DMC.
You Be Illin'.
Or is it Run Demuk? Here are the lyrics from the said song, You Be Illin'. Day you want a ticket to see Dr. J, front row seat, in free, no pay. Radio in hand, snacks by feet, game's about to start, you kicking popcorn to the beat. You finally wake up, Doc's gone to town, round his back through the hoop, then you scream, touchdown. You be illin', illin', you be illin', illin', you be illin'. Now here's what that song actually says. On the morning you were fortunate enough to procure exquisite tickets to watch the old Philadelphia 76ers and their star, Julius Erving, also known as Dr. J, you arrive at your complimentary prime seat with a radio to listen to the game and gourmet treats to consume while the game is in progress. You enjoy your popcorn, but then somehow doze off. As you awake, you see Julius do something spectacular, but in your confused awakened state, you exclaim touchdown, apropos at a football match, but not so at a basketball game. You are in error, error. You are in error, error. You are in error. This concludes today's gangsta phrase that pays on 1170 WACV.
That was a public service.
That's funny.
And we used to, there were other songs too. Some of our listeners who go all the way back, and we still have quite a few. Remember this one?
Hold on, you can call me dirty and then lift up your skirt. And you want some of this dirty? God made dirt, bust your ass.
On the surface, they may sound like a very vulgar piece of music, but it's not. I just forget what the translation was. That was a long time ago. But even with that old dirty bastard song, this is where once again, the Democrats are always stand their ground. They will defend that. That's not sexist. That's culture, or that's something.
Right. But remember a few years ago when we couldn't play Baby It's Cold Outside?
Why did we didn't go along with that.
No, of course not.
What a bunch of crap.
We made a huge thing about that.
You knew it had gone way too far when boys wanting to be with girls on a cold day suddenly became a problem for some people. And that's probably because the miserable people that because they had nobody to curl up with on a cold night.
Yep.
Lonely, miserable people. Go find somebody. Lower your standards. Yeah, that's the problem.
The same year that WAP was like #1 on the radio.
Wah! I'm here all alone. Wah! Nobody wants to be with me. So I want everybody else to be lonely and miserable like I am. That's the way it works. And I know I'm right on this. So insane. But you brought up a good point. And that was all in the wake of who? George Floyd, the most influential person of this century. Not him himself. The people that turned him into a martyr and a cause for all this other beazle schmears that they've inflicted on us. All right. We have a guest joining us shortly. We're going to do some good this holiday season. We always try. In the meantime, bad things can happen to people at the worst time of the year. Nobody wants to go through a family crisis, a divorce, a separation at this time of the year, but it happens. What can save you is what I call legal leadership, and that's what you get with Dana Delk and Jacqueline Tomlinson at Delk and Tomlinson Attorneys at Law. Their family law practice now counts hundreds of trials and cases. They're qualified mediators, so they're very good at facilitating fair settlements. The idea is, okay, this is the circumstance. Let's get through it. Let's not stay stuck, because nothing gets better when you're doing nothing. Let's not stay stuck. Let's move forward. And it's great to have legal leadership that can help you say, okay, here's the circumstance. Here's where you want to get to. And this is what you should expect along the way. Just do as we say. And at some point, you'll be feeling better. Doesn't happen overnight, but taking the first step is the most important. Reaching out at 819-4810 for a consultation, 819-4810. Now, you yourself may not be dealing with this, but you may know somebody, especially if it's somebody that's young, early 20s, with no real life experience like this. The worst lesson they can learn is, I can handle this myself. No, never a good idea. They also handle wills. They did mine right here on the radio. Not that I have a ton to leave. It was a rather short session, but those type of things, adoptions, blended families, and more. That's Delk and Tomlinson, 819-4810, or this web address, the AlabamaFamilyLawyers.com.
Representation is made that the quality of legal services performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Get ready for the extra velvety voice of Larry Stevens, friends.
Well, we had an accident earlier, Vaughn Road in front of St. James. We're hoping that one has cleared. A new accident now, Perry Hill Road at Beth Manor. Watch out for emergency vehicles responding there. Traffic most definitely building all over the area. Busiest now, I-65 and 85, East and East-South Boulevard. All of our feeder roads out of Montgomery are beginning to fill. Prattville, Millbrook, with Tupper reporting light to moderate traffic and no issues. Christmas shopping is great at Premier Place. After shopping, eat at Poblano's, King Buffet, or Sweet Frog Frozen Yogurt. All at Premier Place in Prattville, another great McClinton and Company development. Buckle up with the J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
1819 News.
U.S. Senator Tommy Tuberville is voicing very strong opposition to the expansion efforts coming from the Islamic Academy of Alabama in Hoover. The school's request for rezoning was denied by the Hoover Zoning Commission. Senator Tuberville was on InfoWars saying he wants to stop entirely the infiltration of what he called an Islamic death cult into the state.
Muslim communities are moving everywhere. In every state, they're building mosques. They're having these 5 prayers a day. They're pushing this cult in Birmingham, Alabama, in Hoover. There's a small school that's a Muslim school in that area. They want larger area where they can build a bigger school, infiltrate more, and bring in more young people to teach them the Muslim faith. And again, I'm a senator right now, and I'm going to fight it. In the future, in a year, I'll be the governor. And I'll be damned if we're going to do that in the state of Alabama. We're going to protect the people of Alabama. We're going to protect our Constitution. We're going to protect our state. We're going to protect our country.
I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Where I was living was not a great place to live anymore. I began to pray for a place to go, praying for all of these things that a 9-year-old would want. I wanted horses, big house with a bunch of people my age. I wanted parents. I wanted a mom and a dad. Before I even prayed it, The Lord had already answered my prayer with the Big Oak Ranch. Who would that 9-year-old be if she never came to the Big Oak Ranch? I would be trying to fight for survival instead of fighting to break a cycle.
Big Oak Ranch, a Christian home for children needing a chance.
The Christmas parade in Headland, Alabama has been canceled due to heavy weather coming into that area. Any registrations to take part in the parade will be refunded. And in the city of Pritchard, the annual Christmas parade there has also been canceled. The Christmas lighting ceremony will still be held this coming Friday. It's just being moved indoors to Pritchard City Hall. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
At AMS Studios, give the gift of self-care this season and get a little extra. When you purchase a gift certificate for $100 or more, receive a stocking stuffed with $60 worth of free spa gifts, or select a gift certificate for our $105 luxury facial, and you'll receive an additional $120 worth of medical-grade skin treatments added to it, absolutely free. Find us on Facebook or stop by in downtown Prattville at AMS Studios.
Some nights, you just want great food and a place to unwind. Welcome to Jack's Tavern, where you get all the incredible flavors of Epicure in a laid-back tavern atmosphere. Perfectly grilled steaks, hand-breaded seafood, and pastas that put the chain restaurants to shame. Pair it with an extensive wine list or one of 58 beers on tap poured freakishly cold. Jack's Tavern opens at 5 Tuesday through Saturday. Good fun, good drinks, no rush, just relax and enjoy.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Clark Heating, Air, and Plumbing. At Clark, they always offer 60 months free financing on Bryant, their highest SEER-rated system. But for a short time, they're offering 0% for 60 months on all brands. For all of your heating, air, and plumbing needs, better call Clark. Alabama certification number 09098.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We still have a very chilly forecast with temperatures running well below normal. Tonight, partly cloudy, cold again. The overnight low temperature drops to about 35. Tomorrow, I think we're dry during the morning hours. Risk of showers beginning Thursday afternoon. A better chance Thursday night. High temperature Thursday and Friday up to about 57. And look for a real soaker on Friday night into at least part of the day on Saturday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Del Rey to Publix.
Live local talk. The River Region's only 24-hour News Talk FM station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
I love you, and you guys are so much better than television.
Well, guess what? You can do both. Listen to us on the air and watch us on YouTube. Happy Hour with Greg and Pamela. Before we introduce our guest, here's a miracle. This is a woman, in her own words, who has overcome the disease that has inflicted so many people, Trump derangement syndrome.
I'm living proof that you can recover from TDS. I had strong Trump derangement syndrome for probably 8 years. This is one of the reasons I recovered from it. And by the way, it's much better to not have TDS. I'm happier, I'm healthier, more successful. I even think I got a little more attractive after I got rid of my Trump derangement syndrome. Yes. You know, I'm a reporter in Seattle, and frankly, I could not care any less what any of you have to say about this meeting. Could not care any less. We're not here for you. I'm not here to convince any of you that Antifa is a real thing, because if you have not come to that conclusion by now, you are never going to come to that conclusion because you don't want to see it. And you're going to go and you're going to say it's a bunch of right-wing conservative influencers who are here spinning a tale. I was one of you. I was a mainstream reporter in Seattle for 10 years. I was a TV reporter on the streets doing my job, and I was still assaulted by Antifa. So it's not about being conservative. It's about people who go there and show what they're doing. And when I saw, after all those years, that the media wouldn't be honest about what was happening, that Democratic politicians wouldn't be honest about what was happening, I thought, well, gosh, if they're not being honest about that, maybe they're not being honest about President Trump either. And it opened my mind to just looking at things for what they were. And now I find you quite funny, actually. I'm living proof that you can recover from TDS. I had strong Trump derangement syndrome for probably 8 years.
We're going to talk miracles with a man who,
this is one of the reasons I recovered from it. And by the way, it's much better
devoted to trying to ferret out the truth on crime and what's happening with people that get out on low bail and do bad things. But there's a whole, and it's great. We got to know that. You have to be aware to be safe. On the other hand, what about all these young people that get off to a bad start? Is there hope for them? And one man who has made a huge difference in so many lives is sitting here in the studio with us, Michael Smith. He is the CEO of the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches. It's great to have you here, my friend.
It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
And thank you. I understand you listen to the show from time to time.
I listen every day. I listen to it.
We love you.
Hey, we love you too. It gets me through a lot of hard times. I keep it on my app. I travel throughout the state. I listen to you all over the state.
I first met Michael a couple of weeks ago. I've heard about the organization, of course, many have, but we want to help you out. And I think you deserve the help because you've accomplished so much. But let's get into the history of the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches first. Tell us about the organization, how long it's been around, how it was founded, and your role.
Well, the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches was started back in 1966 by the sheriff of Alabama to try to give at-risk kids a second chance. Doesn't mean the kids have done anything bad, even with the sheriff's name in there. Our young people come from broken homes, and where DHR has gone in, and they're no longer able to stay in their home. So with many of our young people, we are their home from the time we get them, sometimes all the way to they graduate high school and even go to college. So we like to say, and like our slogan goes, it's easier to build boys and girls than to repair men and women.
Yes,
and that's
I
what
love
we
that.
do.
Every time I hear that on the radio,
especially when Larry Stevens says it.
He does do a great job.
He says it in that godlike voice. And how can you not hear that and believe it? It's true.
Mm-hmm.
How do the kids come to have the opportunity to be in your program?
So all of our young people are from DHR, and they've been removed from their homes for one reason or the other. And so they're not bad kids. Now, we get some kids that have been through a lot and not had much supervision and those kinds of things, and we understand that. But, I look at our youth today, and, things that happens downtown, and we see things all over. I remember back in the days of my growing up, if a police officer saw me out at 11 o'clock at night, they was going to stop me and might want to know why I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's no supervision sometimes. And sometimes parents out there that the kids get handed over to us, which God bless DHR. They have a tough job.
Yeah.
Imagine being a DHR worker and having to go in and take and remove children from a home. It's a tough job. So I always tell everybody, if you know anybody who works for DHR, hug their neck and tell them thank you. But so we're licensed for young people from 6 to 19, and they can stay longer with us if they're going to college. But as of this morning, we have 64 young people throughout the state that are calling the ranch home. Out of that 64, 60 are teenagers. So many times it's a lot easier to place a young child into foster care with a foster home. And let's be real, I raised 4 kids. There's times I didn't even want my own teenagers because they go through a lot. So it's a tough time. But our kids, it works so well for them. They get into a residential care environment. Each one of our ranches has 3 homes on the ranch, and we'll put 6 to 8 young people in that home together. So really, they move into a situation with great, loving Christian house parents. And they also move into a situation with brothers and sisters there to help them.
Yeah,
I kind of relate that to a thing like, I like went nuts when my daughter wanted to be in a sorority and I found out how much it cost. But, really, her being in a sorority helped her because she had the big sisters and she had the support. So when we get a new young person, nobody wants to be taken away from home. And when our young people get in the home, the brothers and sisters join together and they make them feel welcome. And
that's great because even in a horrible set of circumstances, it's what they know.
That's correct.
And putting them in a better environment isn't going to automatically sink in.
No,
And-
it's extremely isolating.
yeah.
Just feel like they're the only one experiencing it.
It's
And then,
real tough. It's
Yeah.
real tough for them. Nobody wants to leave their home.
right.
So when they first get with us, they're all sad. I'll go visit. I try to go visit every new young person that we get throughout the state. And I'll go and they're just all sad and don't want to be there. Then all of a sudden they get along with their brothers or their sisters, but in what's a boys or girls ranch. And you go back 2 weeks later and they're happy. One of the biggest issues we have sometimes with our young people when they come in is they're not used to having food, believe this or not.
I was just going to ask, knowing that they're going to get 3 meals a day.
And snacks, whatever they want. Now we follow a nutrition program, but we find some of our young people get there and they see the pantry and we catch them hoarding food in their room sometimes because they don't know they have to fight for everything.
Right.
Greg, and I'll tell you, we got 2 young men down in Baldwin County they have not lived in 2 years in a place with power.
Oh, wow.
Now that seems so unreal for us to talk about that here, but they don't, and they don't have the structure. And right, wrong, or indifferent, we all need structure.
Sure.
And that's what we try to do with our kids. They help do chores around the house. We get kids that don't know how to fold up clothes. We get kids that don't know how to even cook for themselves. So part of our job and the mission that we're on is to get these young people and prepare them to be successful adults. And it works so well.
It's hearing it from you and describing. We have discussed a whole bunch of things, but that was a new wrinkle. Kids that have lived in homes with no power. You would think that's impossible. It's 2025, right? But that I'm sure that's more common than we realize.
It's amazing now, and to give you some success that we've had just this year in 2025, I'm so proud of what we've been able to accomplish. We have 28 of our young people are in some type of civic organization in high school.
Wow.
Nice.
We have it's unbelievable. We have 22 of our young people playing high school sports. Some never played any sports or anything, and it's new to them. It's crazy. I have 8 graduating seniors this year, and we have 4 in college right now.
Wow.
It's amazing. 16 of our young people, and this is what's so important to me in values of our young people. 16 of our young people have part-time jobs.
Wow.
And they learn how to take care of their money and they learn how to do those things. But the most impressive thing that I can tell you that's happened to us this year at the ranches, last Sunday we baptized our 40th young person at the ranches.
Wow.
Wow.
And when they come, they go to church, and some of them's never been to church, and then they don't want to go to church sometimes. Right. And then all of a sudden they say, you know what, this God thing may not be so bad after all. These people really act like they want me here. And now it's up to us at the ranch to keep them on the fine line and maintaining that. But to have a young person 40 this year to go from some never even being in church.
Right.
I'll tell you one quick story, if you don't mind me telling a fun story that is just, it thrills me.
This is the show where stories are told.
This thrills me to death to be able to tell you this. We had a young man up in St. Clair County, and things wasn't working out with him so good, but I just knew a great football player just went south. And fast forward, we moved him to our Baldwin County ranch and had to change some things around for him. Last year, as a senior at Alberta High School, he finished 3rd in 5A state championship wrestling.
Wow.
And he actually got the Luxon-Curtin 43 scholarship this year to go to college. He was accepted at South Alabama, And he went and spoke to the director, and he asked the director, "Do you think I can just go to Coastal Community College instead of moving off the ranch? Let me live 2 more years at the ranch." Well, what are we going to say? Yes, you're more than welcome to. And so John's just a great young man, gave his life to God. He has changed so much. And I got a phone call a few weeks ago, and the director said, "Mr. Michael, John wants to talk to you." And I'm saying, "Oh my goodness, what could this be?" And he got on the phone with me, and it rips me apart to even know that he's come this far. He says, "Mr. Michael, I just wanted to tell you what I've done." I said, "Okay." He said, "Well, they started a Turning Point chapter at Coastal Community College."
Oh, yeah.
And he says, I went to the meeting, and now I'm the secretary. I said, I'm doing great. So I have a young man that a minority that knows what God's all about. He's now secretary at a Turning Point chapter at Coastal Community College and doing wonderful. A great spokesperson for us. He's just he's a big brother to everybody down in Baldwin County Ranch.
How many ranches are there total?
Well, we have 4 ranches. We have up in Colbert County outside of Russellville, we have a girls ranch. We just opened a brand new $1.2 million expansion there, a new house. And that house, we just opened it last month. We already got 6 young ladies in that house already.
Wow.
And we have in Pell City, Alabama, we have a boys ranch with 3 houses. In Tallapoosa County, up here at Camp Hill, we have 3 houses open there, and that's a girls ranch. And then down in Baldwin County in Summerdale, we have a ranch down there, which is a whole nother success story in itself. The actual director for the Baldwin County Ranch is a former rancher.
Oh, wow.
And now has come back to give back to these young people.
That is so
That's
amazing.
awesome.
So God's been good to us. I wish every day's not a good day, maybe at the ranches, but boy, has every year been a great year. And without people helping us, I'll just hit briefly on the finances of it. It's kind of a tough thing to swallow sometimes, but we are contracted with the state, and we get paid $56 a day to take care of a young person, $20,400 a year. Our cost to raise a young person is about $56,000 a year, because we have to hire house parents. We maintain. I'll give you an example. I have nine young people driving right now.
Oh,
So
wow.
we can only we get cars that we make sure they're in good shape, and we get some donated to us and whatever we need to do, and we have to carry liability insurance on those. Just the insurance for those 9 young people to drive is $36,000.
Wow.
Wow.
So we make sure that our young people live a life. We make sure that they have structure. We make sure that they have people there that love them. And it's just a blessing that I get to wake up and do this every day.
It would be great to this is what's needed. And you're getting these kids before they're irretrievable or they have to serve prison time for a terrible crime.
It's true.
Because it's so much about survival. And I'm so glad you're able to come in and talk about it, because, as I said, we discuss crime statistics all the time. Statistics are faceless. They're real, but they're faceless. And in trying to make sure that people who break the law and hurt others, or worse, that they're held accountable, we forget about those that can be saved from this cycle of disaster. I wish there were even greater resources available to you, not just for the individuals you're caring for now, but to expand the system, because it seems like it's working really well.
It's what we're doing. It is working, and and we have all types of fundraisers, and we do think we have to raise a bunch of money, but it's the selfish side. I feel like I'm so blessed, and it's selfish, but I get to see these young people, and I get to go watch them graduate high school. I get to see them play football. And these are kids that, like I said earlier, coming out of a travel trailer with no electricity. And now they're living with us. So it's a thrill. I feel like that I'm blessed to be able to be a part of that. and would love for you guys to come visit a ranch sometime. We
I would like to
got
do
a
that.
I
ranch
would
right
like
up
to
here
too. That'd
in
be awesome.
Tallapoosa County. It's only an
Yeah.
hour away, and maybe we can go and have lunch one day. And,
Yeah.
be happy to do that.
You brought up something that I wanted to touch on from personal experience, and that is in South Florida during my years there. At Christmas time, this is almost 40 years ago, I was having a bad day. I mean, I'm making a great living. I've got the world by the butt. But something was inside me, and I was in a bad space. So I did the smart thing. I called my sponsor, my mentor. So I don't know what's wrong with me, but I feel like taking a flying leap out the window of my high rise because life is so bad. He says, meet me at the 5 Points Diner in Wilton Manors in 20 minutes. Okay. I thought we were going to have coffee and talk. We get there. He says, get in my car. And then he drives me to another house. And when I walked in, I was so overwhelmed with emotion because I realized what a self-pitying piece of garbage I was behaving like that night. But I saw kids with real problems. These were kids who had been physically abused by their parents. I mean, we think, oh, somebody got spanked too hard. No, we're talking about parents who threw their kids into ceilings.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about parents in their own anger and inability to cope with it, sat their 6-year-old kid on top of an electric range while it was turned on. I saw the circles embedded in the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
I must have cried for 2 hours. But what do? We turned that into, and this was just one home that took care of all these kids that were rescued from ERs. They had nowhere else to go. And it was just before Christmas. I said, folks, this is not going to be an easy show to do. You're going to hear things that are going to make you feel really bad, but we can make a difference. And at the end of the day, though, and years later, millions and millions of dollars have been raised privately for a group called Kids in Crisis. When I went back to the organization a few years later, they had built their own homes. They were sort of like apartments, but they were staffed by exactly what you described, professional parents, because their family experience was so not dysfunctional, doesn't begin to describe it. It was a horror show, and they paid terrible physical prices for this, and they needed to learn what good parents are supposed to be like.
It's
Nobody's
unbelievable.
perfect,
It's unbelievable.
but that's what you do.
Yeah, and it's you see the parents come in, and I'm a Christian man that's very conservative. You probably know that since I listen to you guys all the time. But I will tell you that I love mission trips and I believe in that. But we're always hiring house parents to come stay with these young people, and we're an Alabama charity helping only Alabama children. So you can serve if you want to be a house parent with us. I mean, alsyr.org, or just you can look me up. I think my number's on the website. Call me. But, you can serve and help these young people right here in Alabama. We house parents, that's usually about a 2 or 3 year job for somebody. And then it's a lot because you're taking care of 6, 7 teenagers.
Yeah.
But I'd love for people to get involved like that. The ranches could not survive without the communities that support.
Yeah.
Look at you guys having me on here today. And all of our ranches have such great support groups. And it's not always about the money that we need. We need volunteers. Come up and help cut grass. The smallest ranch we have is 27, 28 acres. All the other ranches are well over 130 acres. And we got two of our ranches are working cattle ranches.
Wow.
We have at our Tallapoosa ranch, I think we have 7 horses up there now, and the girls, and they ride. The equestrian therapy is just a wonderful thing, but they love those horses. And we got goats and chickens, and we have a garden. And so they get back to basics. And I think that's when you look at our children today, there's no entitlement. It shouldn't be. Right. You should be able to know what it's like to have job well done. And we make sure that we tell our young people, you did a great job on that
Yes.
laundry. You did a great job. And they're not forced to go help with the big animals, but you'll be surprised at I was just at Tallapoosa County the other day, and here comes one of our girls out. Mr. Michael, look what we got. And they got a new little goat, and the goat was on the back of her shoulder. And so when you see kids, and I guess that's the hardest part of my job, when I read where these kids have come from and what some of these parents have done to these kids, it's hard for me not to get angry. But we can't make them forget what they've been through, but we can help them learn to live with it and be productive adults.
Right. I mean, that's ultimately it, is to achieve that space where you don't forget, but you don't carry it with you every minute of the day in a state of resentment, and let it guide your behavior. This is such powerful stuff, but since we're almost out of time, let's talk about how people can help and where they can go, like online. What's the web address?
ALSYR.org, or you can look at AlabamaSheriffsYouthRanches.org. And I'm going to leave you a QR code that you can put out on your Facebook if you'd like.
Sure.
And you can, I'll text it to you, and it goes into our app where you can donate by the app. And here's what I tell you about us. We are an 89.7% charity right now. So less than 11 cents a dollar goes to pay all these admin costs and everything. So we are a great charity. All our money stays right here in Alabama. We only help Alabama kids. And I guess that's the shame of it sometimes, is we just got so many of our kids that need help. I wish I could come in here to you today and say, hey, we're closing all the ranches down. But Greg, we're having to expand.
Yeah.
That's the shame of all this. But you know what? We're here to catch them. They're falling, and we're here to catch them. And I would appreciate support from anyone out there, whether it's volunteering time to cut grass at some of the ranches or monetarily, of course. Your money's being spent right here with our kids, and I would appreciate that. But I'll get this shot to you, and you can put it on your Facebook if you would. With all those followers you got, we ought to get some support out of that.
We hope. But again, this is a chance for everybody to be proactive and make a statement. We all know about the problems we have and the number of youths that are just, they didn't get a break like the Youth Ranch to maybe turn their life around.
I will.
But let's make sure the kids that are there and will be coming in have what they need.
It's our great Sheriff Derek Cunningham, who I admire a lot here in Montgomery.
By the way, let's applaud all the sheriffs. The sheriffs are the ones that are doing a lot of the work that should be done here. We're very grateful to the sheriff.
He's a great man, and he made a comment. He was speaking about the ranches one time, and it makes so much sense. Our youth are 50% of our population, but they are 100% of our future. And if we don't do something to get it all straightened out, and it starts right here in a room like this, and what we're doing at the ranches, we can make a difference, Greg, and I know it.
Oh, you have. I've seen the results. I've done my homework on this. It's so great to have a chance to help you. And absolutely, we need to have you back.
Yes.
And maybe one of these days you can bring one of the kids
I'd love to.
That would be.
Let's do that during the Christmas holidays. We're getting ready to start of all our Christmas, and I'll be seeing all the kids during Christmas. And I'd love to, maybe during the Christmas holidays when they're out of school, I'd love to have one of our young men or young ladies come down and talk to you about their experience at the ranches.
Yeah, no, I think that would be awesome. Let's make that happen.
We'll do it.
We'll get you back soon. And we'll post all the information so people who were touched by your message today.
How could they not be?
Look, it really, just a couple of bucks. That's how we raised millions of dollars in Florida, $1 or $2 at a time.
Yeah.
No donation is too small. I tell you one thing. You know what we pay just in the state prison system or in a jail? It's costing $100 or more a day to keep a prisoner. Let's give our kids some. Just help us. That's all I ask for.
And a chance to have a future.
I don't know how anybody didn't listen to you talk and not feel moved to help in some way, because you sound literally like a proud parent of all of these
That's
kids.
a great way to describe it, Pamela.
That is it's very moving to listen to you talk about them, and it's very touching because you sound like the
I love every one of them.
parent of these children. It's emotional.
Yes, very much so. But I believe in what you do, and I know. I mean, I had my moments as an adult where I had people that cared enough to help me get help, and I got my life back. So I know.
Amen.
I always think about one reason I love the movie It's a Wonderful Life is I can look at George Bailey and say I was him. I really did have the world by the butt, but I couldn't see it. Sometimes you're so close to the forest, you can't see the trees. And somebody helped me see it. So I want others to have that chance too, especially kids. And they start at age 6?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Well, right now with the four young ones we have right now, we have 8-year-old, 2 9-year-olds, and a 10-year-old. So, and all the rest of us are teenagers. So we know what happens then. So, and as we get ready for Christmas, all the girls, we're getting them, and the communities are great. This is, some of them, it's the first Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Wow.
Some of them, we have a birthday party once a month for anybody that month, and some of them's never even had a birthday party.
Wow.
Now, how about that? You can't. So, but we make a difference, and I'm so proud to be a part of it, and I'm proud you guys are a part of it, and I can't thank you enough for having me in your studio.
You'll be back, sir, and more than once.
Thank you, sir.
This is great. It is 5 o'clock. Let's check in with Brant McDonald's going to join us in about 15 minutes. It was a good day in the market. We like good news. We'll talk to him, and we'll get Wall Street Business in a moment. But first, here's Skipper with your drive home at 5:02.
We have an accident, I-65 northbound, just past the Alabama River Bridge. It's against the center divider. All traffic is moving very slow by this accident in the rightmost lanes. Please use caution. Expect a slowdown there. We also had an accident earlier, I-65 northbound on the ramp to East Boulevard. Traffic very busy everywhere at the moment. Please use caution and keep it here for updates. The lowest tax rates in Alabama are at McKenna Nissan. Plus, they've got 0% financing up to 60 months on 2025 Pathfinders and Muranos. It's worth the drive. McKenna Nissan, exit 212 on 565 in Clanton. Buckle up. Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew. The Cyber Monday numbers are in.
U.S. shoppers spent $14.25 billion on Cyber Monday, pushing total online sales over the Thanksgiving weekend to $44.2 billion. That's according to an Adobe Analytics report, as consumers found offers on everything from gadgets to household essentials. Spending rose 7.7% during the so-called Cyber Week, the 5 days from Thanksgiving to Cyber Monday.
That is Bill Alexander reporting. Delta Airlines estimates it lost $200 million due to the longest government shutdown on record. CEO Ed Bastian says refunds increased and bookings slowed during the 43-day shutdown, leading to a loss of about 25 cents per share. On Wall Street, it was a booming session at the closing bell. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was up by 408 points. The S&P 500 up 20. The NASDAQ up about 40. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew.
I bought your Christmas present, and it's custom so you can't return it.
What is it? Where'd you get it?
Delta Printing. I ordered monogrammed wine glasses for my sister, photo ornaments for Grandma's tree. I also got Mom custom table linens and printed your face on golf balls for your brother.
Delta can do all that? I thought they were just business printing and signs.
Nope, Delta Printing and Sign can do it all.
Delta Printing and Sign. Your one stop for Christmas cards, custom gifts, business cards, and more. Visit LetDeltaDoIt.com or call 271-COPY.
It's December 3rd, the greatest day ever. On the 3rd of December, 1992, computer engineer Neil Papworth sent the very first text message from his computer to the cell phone of a colleague, who responded, WTF? To which Papworth replied, no one knows what that means yet. Have a great December 3rd, the greatest day ever.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
505.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. Israel says it launched an airstrike in southern Gaza in retaliation for an attack by militants earlier in the day that wounded 5 Israeli soldiers. Israel also has received remains in Gaza of a possible hostage and says it will begin allowing Palestinians to leave the war-torn territory through a border crossing with Egypt. The remains will be examined to determine whether they belong to either of the 2 last hostages in Gaza. President Trump has announced a proposal to weaken vehicle mileage rules for the auto industry. If the plan announced Wednesday is finalized next year, would ease pressure on automakers to control pollution from gasoline-powered cars and trucks. On Wall Street, the Dow up by 408 points, the Nasdaq rose 40. More details at srnnews.com.
Newsmax, you like Newsmax. I like it too. Newsmax has been terrific.
President Trump is right. Millions like you are tuning into Newsmax. You're watching Newsmax on cable. You're going to our streaming channel, Newsmax 2, and you're downloading our free Newsmax app on your smartphones and TVs. Reuters Institute says we're now one of the top news brands in the nation. Every night, watch great shows with Rob Schmidt, Carl Higbie, Rob Finnerty, and more as they expose the big media lies, the Washington swamp, and they're never afraid to talk about faith, freedom, and the values that made us great. Find out why Newsmax is the fastest growing news channel in America. Make the switch today and join our news revolution. Get Newsmax on cable, on streaming, and download the free app today. It takes just seconds to start. Let President Trump know you stand with Newsmax. It's for real news, for real people. Make the switch today.
This week on Hallmark Channel's Countdown to Christmas. On Wednesday, Lacey Chabert stars as a work-obsessed single mom whose chance encounter with a widowed tow truck driver after her car breaks down ends up teaching her the true meaning of Christmas. On Thursday, Lacey Chabert stars as a widowed teacher in a small fishing village whose chance encounter with a widowed crabber teaches her the true meaning of Christmas. On Friday, Lacey Chabert stars as a hopelessly single teacher. Chance encounter with a guy, true meaning of Christmas. On Saturday, Lacey Chabert, guy, you get it.
Okay, I'm busy trying to get that Alabama Sheriff's Youth Branch's code on Facebook. That was just such great time well spent.
It was.
And positive. I feel just from having Michael Smith in here.
And we just had a caller call in and say that was so great and so moving.
And again, we kind of like to help them as much as we can year round because they're really doing something. See, this is not the government. Yes, tax dollars fund them, but these are real people helping people who really need the help and want to be helped and want to follow a program, a structured life so they can become something and be productive citizens. There should be all the money that's needed so we have fewer of the kind of crimes that we have to live with on a daily basis here and all over the state. It's not unique to Montgomery by any stretch. And they're helping kids all over the state too. Remarkable. So I will get that information out here in just a moment. It is chilly. We have Baumhauer's after the show tonight. We hope to see you over there. I'll be wearing my my funeral director coat because it's cold. Yeah, but hot food, including some of those holiday menu favorites at Baumhauer's. Come and join us. And I wanted to mention this morning, I always talk about vehicles that are available at Jack Ingram Signature Used Cars. One of those 2 Mercedes SUVs has been sold, but they were both under $10,000. They still have the 2016 though, GLE 350 with those classic lines. It's a real luxury car, and luxury is timeless, even with a little age on it. Look at me. $99.99 for a Mercedes SUV. But they've got all types and styles of vehicles, from sedans, SUVs, trucks, sports cars from time to time. Did they sell the Mirage? That's one I like to point out because it's $14,999. with 10,000 miles on it.
Wow.
It's got 26,000 original warranty miles left, and it's only $14,999. And this car meets the same standards as the Mercedes, the Porsches, the Volvos, and every other vehicle in the place. Clean Carfax report. The mechanics have been in under the hood, and their job is to find a reason not to resell the car. But if they can't, then it goes to the body shop, and if they sign off, then and only then does it get a price and go on the floor. 25 lending partners, they'll get you done. Just get yourself in because it's always a good time to love what you drive. Start at Jack Ingram, SignatureUsedCars.com. It's 5:11.
This season, Guardian Credit Union is here to make your holidays merry, bright, and financially right. Whether you're shopping for the perfect gift or planning a cozy getaway, we've got you covered. With holiday loans, checking solutions, and fraud protection tools, you can spend with confidence. And Guardian's mobile app makes it easy to keep track of your holiday budget. Stop by one of our branches and let us be your holiday helper. From all of us at Guardian, happy holidays. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Montgomery Men's Health.
Hey guys, can you play football?
Oh, no, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have symptoms of ED and low T, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Montgomery Men's Health and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 334-440-3663 or book now in under 30 seconds at MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Montgomery Men's Health, for every man in every season of life.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We still have a very chilly forecast with temperatures running well below normal. Tonight, partly cloudy, cold again. The overnight low temperature drops to about 35. Tomorrow, I think we're dry during the morning hours. Risk of showers beginning Thursday afternoon. A better chance Thursday night. High temperature Thursday and Friday up to about 57. And look for a real soaker on Friday night into at least part of the day on Saturday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. On FM, on your smartphone, and online, the River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
That gingerbread man is good, baby. Yeah. Oh, gingerbread house. So tasty, tasty. Gonna put it in my mouth. Gingerbread house. Gonna consume every room. Start eating up the roof. Oh, gingerbread house. All stuck together with an ice and glue. Gingerbread's my favorite food. Pillars made of candy canes. Christmas candy.
I bet I know who makes a hell of a gingerbread house. Jack Lord.
Oh, no doubt.
She probably can do a gingerbread neighborhood because she has that skill set. That's not something I ever get a taste for.
Gingerbread, I couldn't tell you what it even tastes like. I don't think I've ever eaten gingerbread.
I like it soft, not too crispy. With some icing on it.
I've smelled gingerbread cookies. That does nothing for me. More of a chocolate chip cookie girl. Just a regular old chocolate chip cookie.
Toll House. I mean, what else do you need? We just had a call from somebody wondering about 65 northbound.
Okay, yes. So 65 north towards the interchange with 85 is stopped. And I pulled it up on the traffic app that I use like for GPS,
Right.
and 85 from Zelda Road all the way to the interchange is red also.
So that's southbound 85 all the way to the interchange.
And 65 from Carver. Yep.
All right, we're waiting on Brant. We've got time, though, to check in with Skipper and see what he has on this situation.
We have an accident, I-65 northbound, just past the Alabama River Bridge. It's against the center divider. All traffic is moving very slow by this accident in the rightmost lanes. Please use caution. Expect a slowdown there. We also had an accident earlier, I-65 northbound on the ramp to East Boulevard. Traffic very busy everywhere at the moment. Please use caution and keep it here for updates. The lowest tax rates in Alabama are at McKenna Nissan. Plus, they've got 0% financing up to 60 months on 2025 Pathfinders and Muranos. It's worth the drive. McKenna Nissan, exit 212 on 565 in Clanton. Buckle up. Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
Don't you find it amazing how you can look on your phone and this happens, you'll be driving somewhere over a distance, all of a sudden everything comes to a halt.
Uh-huh.
You can look at your phone and see how much time you're going to be stuck in that mess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm amazed by that. So I pulled out my map. I want to see the red lines too.
Oh, yeah, they're there.
So here we are. Yeah, it starts to get yellow when you get to about Ann Street, and then yellow and red.
Mm-hmm.
So 65 southbound, I would avoid that.
Yeah.
And then there's a rock solid red corridor from Clayton south to, well, it starts to clog up around Fairview going north.
Well, if you're coming from Montgomery and getting off 85, if you haven't gotten off by the interchange, go Day Street. Don't get onto 65.
That's our traffic advice for the afternoon. At 5:17, waiting on Brant McDonald, and let me make sure.
I'm glad I'm driving the opposite way now.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's, people always ask about morning radio. How do you work those hours? I got news for you. I have no competition.
Right.
I have never been late to work because I leave when there's nobody on the road.
Right.
And then I get to leave after everybody else is just getting settled in. I can go home and have a bite to eat and a nap. I will take that any day.
Yep.
The only time that was tough to do was when I was a party kid. And those days are well into the past. Because what other explanation is there for a genius who slamming it back and doing maybe other things till 4 a.m. and says, well, I better get some sleep because I got to be at work at 5:30.
That sounds like the military.
That's just not manageable. So anyway, long in the past. On the morning show, we give away a Clark's Club membership every Friday. This is something you should really think about. In fact, Clark's also has some incredible offers. If you're ready to replace your central AC unit, you should talk to them. They've got 0% financing on the best names in the business. They can install. They're there for warranty work. Or if your system's in good shape, get a Clark's Club membership for $180 a year. You get 2 visits to your home. They tune and clean the system, make sure it's not wasting energy. And if you ever need a repair or there's an emergency, they're a phone call away, 24/7, 365. It's a great investment. You could also count on Clark's plumbers to be able to diagnose and apply a fix. They're amazing. And those things never happen at a convenient time. Well, I just got home. The toilet will not stop running. It doesn't work that way. It's usually at an odd time. Or for me, the last time I used Clark's, Sunday night, 7:30. Faucet won't shut off. So within an hour and 15 minutes, I had a Clark's plumber at my house and the problem solved. 277-2125 or visit clarkcomfort.com. Alabama certification number 09098. Still waiting on Brant. Let's check the Fox House Dem speaks in exclusive interview after Trump. Oh, that's Cuellar. I didn't get into that story to see why he pardoned the former Democratic congressman. Interesting, though. Do you think Joe Biden would have pardoned a Republican? I don't. Sorry. That would be a brand new behavior for Democrats. Pennsylvania governor calls Harris book claims about him complete and utter Beazel-schmeazel. That's all that woman did. That was the biggest con job in American history. Oh, threat to democracy. Threat to democracy. Yeah, how many people voted for her in the primaries as the candidate for the Democrats? Last I recall, that number was 0. You believers in democracy. During an interview, let me see. Hang on. This is anything involving Camel Toe and the Democrats deserves our full attention. During an interview with the Atlantic's Tim Alberta, Shapiro denied what Harris alleged in her book, 107 Days That Saved America, which included discussions of Shapiro and others she vetted to be her running mate. Harris said Shapiro had asked her staff lots of questions, including how he might arrange to get Pennsylvania artists work on loan from the Smithsonian. She also accused him of wanting to be involved in every decision and said she reminded him a vice president is not a co-president because she was just so freaking gifted. Why would somebody who's going to be her VP even question a brilliant woman like that with such a long record of accomplishments? Holy I can see why he's pissed. That would have been you know what? She might have had a chance if she had picked him instead of that clown-ass governor in Minnesota. But I think Shapiro also was smart, kind of knew this may not be the time to run. These people are amazing, and yet people still vote for them. Harris also had reservations, as did most of America, about former Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, which she detailed in the book. He would have been an ideal partner, yes, because he would have rolled over for you like a puppy for whatever you wanted. Oh, she said, if I were a straight white man.
Oh.
But we were already asking a lot of Americans to accept a woman, a black woman. Get off that soapbox. We don't care. We don't care. When is that going to sink in? We don't care. We don't care about your color. We just want can you do the job? Do you know what the hell you're doing? That's all we want to know. Obama got 8 years. And he was not qualified to be president. He's still not qualified to be president because he put ideology over the needs of America and inflicted us with so much of this garbage we see today. Whoa. He belongs in prison. And I still don't. You don't believe the moon landing? I don't believe he was born in Hawaii.
Who does?
You're not allowed to believe otherwise, or the New York Times will write it. Oh, God.
I don't think people actually believe it, even if they say that they do. They just give him a pass.
Well, he wrote a book, and on the back of the book, it describes him as the first U.S. senator born in Kenya. And nobody wanted to address that. Was that a mistake? How did a mistake that big get on the back of a book that he wrote? And we just sit here and say, okay, whatever. All right, I need a break because I'm giving myself a headache. I'm not sure what's happening with Brant.
Did he say he was off? He's not taking vacation.
No.
Right now?
No, generally if he doesn't call in because he's always right on time, it's because he's got a meeting with clients or something. And obviously they have to get priority. It was a good day, though. We can tell you that. Market numbers were up. The economy is looking good. Trump had a lot of good news in the White House today. So be happy. Don't worry. Things are getting worse, according to Skipper.
Well, we have an accident on I-65 northbound just before North Boulevard. It is against the center divider. Traffic moving by in the center and right lane. And because of that, we've got a big backup on 65 past the interchange. Also, we're stacking up now on 85 southbound to 65 northbound. You might want to take an alternate route. We also have an accident 4200 South Court Street near Woodlawn. That's about a block or so before East South Boulevard. Around Montgomery, traffic very heavy, and we've got a good bit of traffic. Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka. All of our feeder roads outbound are loaded up. Keep it here for updates. The lowest tax rates in Alabama are at McKenna Nissan. Plus, they've got 0% financing up to 60 months on 2025 Pathfinders and Muranos. It's worth the drive. McKenna Nissan, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up. Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
Radio Shack is open Wednesday with doorbuster deals for the whole family this holiday season. Half off on all 470 ohm watt 5% carbon film resistors for mom. Save on a 100 UF 35 volt 20% Axial lead electrolytic capacitor for dad. Surprise the kids with 4-gauge wrapper compatible with all Kynar coated wires. And treat yourself to huge markdowns on AA battery housings and coaxial adapters. Radio Shack. We don't know why we're here either.
Want that ride that is fun, affordable, and street legal? Check out ETG Outdoors in Montgomery. They have huge discounts on electric golf carts with many brand new units under 10 grand. New and used inventory, financing available, and they service what they sell. ETG Outdoors even provides lithium battery conversions and free delivery with purchase. Whether it's for the neighborhood, the farm, or just fun, ETG Outdoors, 7006 Vaughn Road, or online at etgoutdoors.com. Cruise smarter, drive electric. ETG Outdoors, your ride to freedom starts here.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Pestruccelli, General Sales Manager and co-owner of Blue Water Broadcasting. Even in the digital age, radio remains the most powerful reach medium for connecting with audiences. Its ability to engage listeners, reach a wide and diverse audience, and create real emotional connections sets it apart from other forms of media. Radio's adaptability and easy access ensure its continued relevance now and in the future. Want to learn how radio can work for your business? Visit BlueWaterBroadcasting.com. Blue Water Broadcasting, local folks helping local business.
When news happens, you'll hear about it first. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
We're proud to present the greatest Christmas music offer ever. It's the O.J. Simpson Christmas album. Featuring the O.J. Simpson singers. You'll get all the classics.
You know Manson and Oswald and Ruby and Hinckley, Bundy and Sirhan and Dahmer and Gacy. But do you recall the most famous killer of all? O.J. the handsome halfback had a very shiny knife, and if you ever saw it, you'd be fearing for your life.
It's the O.J. Simpson Christmas album.
Ron Goldman's court for attorneys, 3 black eyes, 2 autopsies, and a call to 911.
The O.J. Simpson Christmas album. With special guest, prosecuting attorney Marcia Clark.
It's beginning to look a lot like murder everywhere we look.
The O.J. Simpson Christmas album. You've never heard anyone sing in a courtroom quite like Marcia Clark.
Oh, DNA, oh, DNA, too bad your blood type matches.
The Bob and Tom Show presents the O.J. Simpson Christmas album. And you'll hear from the man himself, O.J.
Strippers and hookers and young blonde Caucasians, big boobs and cocaine on special occasions, all of the perks that celebrity brings. These are a few of my favorite things. La 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 la, la 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 la.
O.J. really puts the sleigh in one-horse open sleigh. It's the O.J. Simpson Christmas album. You'll learn about O.J.'s life behind bars.
A large and hairy gentleman will share a cell with you. And if he wants you for his wife, you better say I do. La 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 la. What's that sticky glue?
Oh, no.
It's the O.J. Simpson Christmas album. You'll learn about all of the exciting evidence.
Dead ex-wife, racing twin. years to life.
The O.J. Simpson Christmas album. You'll even hear from the jury.
He dropped a bloody glove that was dumb, 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 and dumb. Really dumb.
Really? With the O.J. Simpson Christmas album, you'll get to meet all the witnesses.
I saw Nicole kissing Marcus Allen.
And you'll get to meet O.J.'s attorney, Robert Shapiro.
Robert Shapiro will defend you for a fee. Wear a three-piece suit, bring a lot of loot, and we'll find you not guilty. La, 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 la.
The O.J. Simpson Christmas album. Only from Bob and Tom. You'll get all the classics.
Silver bars, it's Christmas time in the slammer. You better hope you don't drop the soap, or you'll be a ho, 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 Christmas Day.
The O.J. Simpson Christmas album, including the great Bing Crosby O.J. Simpson tribute.
I'm dreaming of a white Bronco, just like the one Al Cowlins drove.
The O.J. Simpson Christmas album, only from Bob and Tom Records. Order now by calling 1-800-%GUILTY. Bob and Tom Records, a division of Frigamall Industries, Indianapolis, Indiana. The O.J. Simpson Christmas album. Act now and get the O.J. Simpson New Year's bonus track.
Should he be found not guilty of this dark and heinous crime, he'll probably kill his lawyers 'cause they've taken his last dime.
The O.J. Simpson Christmas album. It's a killer.
Yeah, we're here.
Oh yeah, we're doing live radio.
Yeah. That's kind of a long bit, so I sort of lost track of the time. So let's do this. We have several situations on the roads that need to be addressed. We'll hit Skipper up and come right back.
Well, our big problem this afternoon is 65 northbound, right past the Alabama River Bridge. Got an accident against the center divider. We're down to 2 lanes of traffic on the right side of the roadway there. Traffic is stacked up on 65 northbound all the way back to Fairview and stacking. 85 southbound is creeping because of this accident. Rightmost lanes are backed up. We're also backed up on East South Street, folks trying to get out of town onto 85 to go 85 north or southbound. We also have an accident, 4200 South Court near Woodlawn. That's a block or so before East South Boulevard. Very heavy traffic everywhere at the moment. We'll keep you updated. McKinnon Toyota has the largest stock inventory ever, plus the lowest tax rates in Alabama. It's worth the drive. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up. Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
All right, it is 5:34. Lots going on, so be careful out there. We hope some of you will plan on joining us at the Bomb Hours tonight. How's Jacqueline? I haven't heard from her all day.
She's good. I talked to her this morning.
Used to be she talked to me every morning.
Well, I called her.
Oh, that's the way it goes sometimes. Are we going to take that after picture?
Yeah, we must.
For those of you who have dealt with an age spot or two, intense pulse light therapy at Pamela's place, AMS Studios in Prattville, one session, not weeks of visiting, and no, one session, hit the spot. 2 weeks later, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful there. I don't have to be ashamed of my hand anymore. It wasn't that bad, but I mean, still, it's gone. It's been bugging me. It's one of those little things.
We all have one of those things.
Yeah. So great gift certificate suggestions for pampering features like massages and facials, but all kinds of options on improving yourself with state-of-the-art technologies that work. That's ams-studios.com or call 730-1268. Let's check in with Sky for some Blue Water news.
News is brought to you by Budget Floors and More, your new best friend.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. New Auburn head football coach Alex Golesh has confirmed that DJ Durkin will be staying on with the Tigers. Durkin, who served as interim head football coach following Hugh Freeze's termination, will resume his position as Auburn's defensive coordinator. Golesh and Durkin have known each other for over 20 years, going back to their roots in Ohio. Crime Stoppers is offering a cash reward for information that leads to the arrest of a suspect in a Montgomery church robbery. The incident happened on the night of November 20th at the church at Eastern Oaks on Wares Ferry Road. Cameras recorded the as yet unidentified man walking into the church and robbing multiple people at gunpoint. The Public Service Commission voted Tuesday to approve Alabama Power's proposal to freeze rates for 2 years. The proposal will hold several major adjustable rate factors at current levels through 2027. The plan approved by the PSC also includes protections from storm-related rate hikes. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray to Publix.
A lot of people talk tough. Very few get tough things done. Attorney General Steve Marshall is a warrior for our state, a fighter for our conservative values.
We have fought the fights that had to be fought for the people of Alabama.
Steve stands shoulder to shoulder with President Trump, ready to fight to take our country back, root out corruption, and prosecute the deep state.
Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall, you're doing a great job.
Steve puts Alabama first and delivers. As a conservative, Steve stands for freedom, safety, and the rule of law.
I have fought for law enforcement and stood with prosecutors and victims as we've addressed the failures that have caused our state to be less safe.
Steve is the senator our state needs and our president can count on. God, grit, Alabama strong. Steve Marshall gets it done.
I'm Steve Marshall, candidate for Senate, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Steve Marshall for Senate.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by McPhillips Schimbaum.
My name is Aaron Luck, a partner with the law firm of McPhillips Schimbaum. If you or someone in your family has been seriously injured by the negligence of someone else, call me directly.
262-1911. Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We still have a very chilly forecast with temperatures running well below normal. Tonight, partly cloudy, cold again. The overnight low temperature drops to about 35. Tomorrow, I think we're dry during the morning hours. Risk of showers beginning Thursday afternoon. A better chance Thursday night. High temperature Thursday and Friday up to about 57. And look for a real soaker on Friday night into at least part of the day on Saturday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
CB&S Bank has digital banking solutions to help you keep up. Check balances, pay bills, and much more. Learn more at cbsbank.com. Charges and fees may apply from your cellular service provider. Contact your service provider for information. Member FDIC.
The premier place the River Region turns to for news, weather, traffic, and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Hard coffee cocktails seem to flow. Gin, Tanqueray, more Chardonnay. Christmas is near, drinking the cheer. Ice cubes are gold, more Cuervo. Don't beat a drink, watch what you drink. Don't beat a drink, don't pop the cork. Don't take the wheel, don't be a heel. Don't grab a stick, don't be a... Don't drink and drive, don't drink and drive, don't drink and drive, don't drink and drive. Don't let your buddy Budweiser in the car be a bother. Don't drink and drive. If you think you've had a few too many, grab a booth is over up at Denny. Don't drink and drive, don't drink and drive, don't drink and drive, don't drink and drive. Pop off the cocktails in the bottle, don't drive away, don't swear the way. Plop Mrs. Beer, drinking the cheer, ice cube to go, more grabbable, go be the ding, go what to drink, don't be a dork, don't pop the cork, don't take the wheel, don't be a heel, don't grab the stick, don't be a don't drink and drive, don't drink and drive, don't drink and drive, don't drink and drive. Have Shirley Temple drive, you'll get home alive. She's a friend that won't drink and drive. If you drink gin fizzies like the fishes, you will land your britches in the ditches. Don't drink and drive, don't drink and drive, don't drink and drive, don't drink and drive. Don't take the wheel, don't be a heel, don't grab the stick, don't be a...
All right, it's 5:41. I did get an urgent message from Brett McDonald.
Yeah.
He's at a conference in Fort Myers.
Right.
And he's in a big meeting. You know, one of the reasons his firm is so successful, and since he left Auburn, he did graduate, by the way. I want to make sure everybody knows that. He's an incredible networker, and he has access to people that have now become members of the cabinet and so forth. And so they're in a constant search for information. Whenever I talk about Invest Advisors, and I've been there a bunch of times, because I have an account there. Been there a bunch of times. The energy in there is amazing. These are really sharp, bright people. When there's no such thing as a dumb question. And they have answers that you don't need a thesaurus or a dictionary or an interpreter to understand. I love him. And whatever he's doing down in Fort Myers, it must be really important because, well, I just take his word for it. I wonder if he's going to have dinner at the Bubble Room.
I don't know where that is.
If I had an evening to kill in that neck of the woods, I would go to a place called the Bubble Room. It's a bit of a drive from Fort Myers. You know, the other thing, if you ever find yourself in Fort Myers, you got to go to the Edison House.
My parents used to live outside of Fort Myers, but it's been years since I went
What
there.
was the name of the town? I'm curious.
Lehigh Acres.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah.
Lehigh Acres.
Yeah. Why?
Oh my God.
Why? You know, it's crazy. I met a guy in Prattville. I think he came into the studio or I was getting a tattoo or something, but he was from Lehigh and had moved to Prattville.
All right. We're going back many years here. I'm barely in South Florida a couple of years. I'm dating this woman. And she says, would you mind if we went and visited my aunt and uncle? Okay, where are they? Well, they're near Fort Myers in a little place called Lehigh Acres.
Little town.
And so, okay, let's go live it up at Lehigh Acres. It was the dullest little place I've ever been to in my life.
It's close to other things, though.
Yeah, no, it's not like, you know, let's go to the surface of the moon and see what's happening tonight. But at that age and everything, Lehigh Acres was probably not a good fit.
Well,
There's nothing going on.
Having acres in the name of it just sounds boring.
And it's so fuzzy, as many things from that period of my life are. All I remember is I couldn't wait to get out of there. Aunt and uncle were nice people. Boring. There was nothing to do. There was no cable TV.
I liked driving. So when you go out of Lehigh Acres and you head towards like Naples and you're going south, like towards the Everglades, you can go through where there's that like Florida Panther sanctuary refuge.
Yes.
Yeah. And I thought that was the coolest thing. I took Max through there like it was Jurassic Park because they have those tall fences along the sides of the road.
Back then, crossing the state of Florida, you did it on a road called Highway 84. And it was nicknamed Alligator Alley for good reason. It was 2 lanes And at least once a month, there would always be a high-speed wreck because
Oh gosh.
somebody jacked up on drugs or drunk or whatever. At night, it was terrifying because,
I've driven it. Yeah, and at night.
well, now it's Interstate 75 that connects Fort Lauderdale to Fort Myers, and it's a great road.
But you
but
can still take the back road.
oh, and it was a toll road then too.
You can still take the back way.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I would want to do that again.
I love it. And there's little houses on stilts out in the water, little villages. It's cool.
So we're leaving exciting Lehigh Acres, your vacation destination place.
Uh-huh.
And we're coming back across Alligator Alley. It was in August, so it was really hot.
Oof, I bet.
And all of a sudden, off the right side of the road as I'm going eastbound, this thing comes slithering out of the grass. I swear it was 12 feet long. Because once you recognized, hey, there's a snake coming out onto the road, and I slowed down. But there was more and more of it, and he was fast. I couldn't tell you what kind of snake. It was black. That's all I know, and it was very long. And that's another memory from my big weekend in Lehigh Acres. That's why I asked
so
what
funny.
little town near
Uh-huh.
Fort Myers. I was wondering, it's not possible we're talking about the same place.
That is too funny.
But I love went to the Edison house with my nuclear physicist sister,
Mm-hmm.
who was probably of a similar, maybe even a greater IQ than Edison. No exaggeration. That's not brotherly bragging. That's just a fact. That was great because she helped me understand it a lot better. And then we laughed because as we're driving down, I think it was Highway 41 on the west coast of Florida,
Mm-hmm.
there's a restaurant on the side of the road, and all it said was eat. And
Compelling.
That was it. With a sign that aimed towards the restaurant, eat. No name, just eat. The Eat restaurant. I wonder if that's still there. It's certainly gotten a lot busier, more crowded over on that side of the state.
It has been a while. They moved, I think, in 2016. It's been a while.
Last time I was over that way was around 2007 or 8.
Yeah.
I had to come down the west side of the state because there were wildfires blocking I-75.
Oh, gosh.
So I came down to Fort Myers and then cut over, and I made about the same time. But I was shocked at how packed Fort Myers and that whole area becomes since I was last there.
Yeah.
But Sanibel Island, which is a little bit further to the south, and Marco Island.
Mm-hmm.
We used to do radio station outings there every summer. And and they was great, free.
Sanibel is beautiful.
Oh, it's incredible. It was also hit pretty hard by
Yes.
which storm was that?
I don't remember.
It was either Helene or
But
Milton.
it took out the causeway, didn't it?
Yeah, and guess what? Ron DeSantis had it rebuilt in a week. You could, or within a few days.
Yeah.
You
it was
could travel back to
passable.
the
Mhm.
island because that's what happens when you have leadership. You see, if they'd had a Democratic governor in Florida, they'd still be looking for a way to connect the two
They'd be trying to find money for it
or steal it.
and then steal the money. Yeah.
Quick word here for my friends at Georgia Floors Direct, Jeff Mallinson and the crew. I'm very excited because every year they invite me to their Christmas party, and I feel so honored that they see me as part of their team there. And it really is the greatest compliment because it's so easy to talk about them. I've used them so many times over the years for flooring, for a marble kitchen countertop in my last house, graduating from the dregs of Formica. It's a big change in your life. Window coverings, window blinds that keep the sun out when I need a nap at 9:30 in the morning. And every type and style of flooring under the sun in 30,000 square feet of warehouse. And Jeff Mallinson and the people he has there are the best when it comes. I mean, you don't take my word for it, but consumers in the River region every year vote them best in flooring because they save you time. It's wholesale price. They have their own teams of installers. The people are fantastic. There's a reason why they're very successful. Because they work for it and they want to re-earn that title year after year after year. On the boulevard across from Lowe's, a flooring destination since 1969. Skipper, are things calming down on the drive home?
Well, we have an accident on I-65 northbound just past the Alabama River Bridge against the center divider. Right lanes are your best bet there. Traffic is backed up on 65 northbound past Fairview Avenue. It is crawling on I-85 southbound. Traffic is moving slow and backed up past Ann Street due to this accident on 65 north. Might want to take an alternate route. We've also got an accident 4200 block South Court near Woodlawn. That is just before East South Boulevard and East Chase Parkway. We're hearing we have an accident there. Keep it here for updates. Great Christmas shopping at Premier Place. Shop Beals, Michaels, GameStop, Landmark, and more. Premier Place in Prattville, another great McClinton & Company development. I'm Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
Since 1966, the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches has been more than just a place to stay. It's been a place to belong. For children facing hardships through no fault of their own, our ranches provide more than shelter. With open arms, we welcome these young hearts, giving them the love, structure, and guidance they need to heal, grow, and thrive in a warm Christian environment. With the end of the year approaching, many will decide whether to help those who are less fortunate. When you give to the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches, you give Alabama's children the chance they deserve. Every donation stays within Alabama, directly impacting the lives of the children who need it the most. Join us in making a difference. We'd be honored to have you as a part of our mission to lift Alabama's youth. And we're also looking for compassionate couples to join our mission as house parents. We provide housing, medical benefits, a 401k, paid vacation, and the chance to make a lasting difference. Visit AlabamaSheriff'sYouthRanches.org. The Alabama Sheriff Youth Ranches reminds you it's easier to build boys and girls than to repair men and women.
This is Lyle from Marguerite's. I want to tell you about our $99 Christmas special. Beautiful, gorgeous, lab-grown diamond earrings, a half-carat total weight, quarter-carat each. Those are big diamonds, only for $99. Your choice of 14-carat white or yellow gold. No one else offers in this country. You can search the internet all you want. You are not going to find that except at Marguerite's. We lose money, but we make great customers. We want to see you this Christmas. Come in at Marguerite's and shop our $99 Christmas special. Take that, Mrs. Target.
E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free. E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free.
At E-Bike Oasis, we're more than just Montgomery's best electric bicycle store. E-Bike Oasis offers free 1-hour electrical bicycle rentals and a full-service electric bike repair shop. Stop by E-Bike Oasis in Montgomery today for free rentals, repairs, and electric bicycle brands in town.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Progressive has great customer service, and it's easy to reach us because great and easy is the way to be. Like salads, great for you, and so easy you can put any group of veggies in a bowl and it's a salad. A full carrot with a head of cabbage, weird, but still a salad. 1 radish and a couple of green beans, also a salad. 14 blueberries, half an onion, and a sunchoke. Odd, yes, but an odd salad. So contact Progressive's customer service by phone, app, or online. It's great and easy, just like salad. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Trustworthy, accurate, immediate. Carrying your voice across the river region. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Rod Stewart. He used to rock, but lately he's been making lame CDs of old people music. And now he's turned his sights on lame Christmas novelty songs.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Introducing Rod Stewart, the Great Christmas Novelty Songbook, featuring all your Christmas comedy favorites, like Cheech and Chong's Santa Claus. And Bob and Doug McKenzie's 12 Days of Christmas.
On the first day of Christmas, my horse gave to me a beer in a tree.
The Great Christmas Novelty Songbook also includes Rod Stewart's take on this classic version of Jingle Bells.
Woof, woof, woof.
woof, 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 baby. Woof, 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 woof. Bow wow.
Buy your copy of Rod Stewart, The Great Christmas Novelty Songbook today. Or, on second thought, no, maybe you shouldn't. It'll only encourage him.
Old people music. I beg your pardon. You got a couple of.
You know, you want to hear something funny? Speaking
Yes.
of age, this fact amused me today because I look forward to Spotify Wrapped Day all year long because I love anything that analyzes me as a person. I love that, which can be a flaw, but but I look forward to being analyzed by Spotify and it telling me, you know, about what I listen to.
Okay.
And it gives you a listening age for the music that you listen to the most. And mine was 22.
Hey,
And
see?
Cameron also uses Spotify and his was 68.
68.
And I love that. I love it. He listens to the coolest old country music and classic rock and southern rock. And I love that. And that was just a very small snippet of what I listened to. So I got 22 because of Taylor Swift.
I like music. I just don't listen to it. Once in a while, I've got Sirius XM in the car for long distance. I had to do that so I could keep up with baseball because nobody here cares about baseball. And that's the only way. But one channel really is once in a while I listen to the 70s and Rich does some live hits once in a while during weather emergencies with the 60s channel. I think he's got a buddy on there.
Yeah.
It goes back with the old days to the 60s. But I don't do Spotify. Does this make me unhip?
Music on all the time.
Am I tragically unhip?
Yes.
Shut up.
I can't even go in a store without an earbud, like music in my AirPod in my ear.
One day in the distant future, you'll be thinking back to these days before you started your own career and you have a national talk show. You'll be thinking about this old guy that sat here with you so many afternoons and shared these stories and say, you know what? I'm becoming like him. How do you feel about that,
Do you think
Pamela?
I could have a national talk show where I just talk about what's on my Spotify playlist and conspiracy theories?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah,
Would
I think
people
it would
listen?
be. Yes, I think it'd be great. Whenever you can carve out the time, learn this board. It's real easy. If I can run it, a monkey can run it. And do a show on nothing but conspiracy theories.
Yeah, that'd be easy. I could talk about that for 3 hours.
You would have a
No
hit on your
problem.
hands. I promise. All right, we are getting ready to head over to Baumhauer's. We're going to check traffic on the way and then say goodnight.
We have an accident, I-65 northbound, right past the river bridge. It is against the center divider.